Now, you just saying you want to have fun, or do you really want to have fun?
I really want to have fun. I'm just saying I want to have some fun.
Some nights I stay up, cashing in my bed.
There's one rule we got we live by.
Some nights I call
What happens in this room, what's said in this room, stays in this room.
Great moments are born from great opportunity. And that's what you have here tonight. That's what you've earned here tonight.
It's still black ice. This is our pond.
Center ice. Comes to the right side. Comes forehand, backhand. Shoot, score! Here's a one-timer. Shoot, scores by Nick Rimley! Huskies win! Huskies win! The Huskies win in a shootout!
NIU Huskies hockey is on the air from the Edge Ice Arena in Bensenville, Illinois. It's Game 2 of the 2013 Robert Morris University Showcase as your Huskies take on the #1 ranked team in the ACHA Central Region, the Illinois State University Redbirds. Welcome again, everybody. My name is Marcus Grosnick, alongside my broadcast colleagues Stephen Duffy and cameraman Dan Sanchez. We welcome you into tonight's game. Well, yesterday the Huskies took one right on the chin, losing 10-0 to DePaul in a game where anything that could go wrong did go wrong for the Huskies. We saw all three goalies in net, Hare, Bonin, and Perillo. Hare is going to get the start tonight. You'll hear that in my interview with assistant coach Mike Raporto. But Duffy, your initial thoughts on yesterday and what they have to do to change it?
Well, just really, just a really bad day yesterday. Like you said, everything that went wrong did go wrong. So, really just today they got to do much better goaltending, better penalty kill. Penalty kill wasn't too good yesterday. I think they allowed 2 or 3 power play goals. And just really just do better all around. Get the puck out faster, come out with a lot more energy.
Yeah.
So it looked like they were flat and dead the whole game, especially when they went down 3 goals in that first period.
Well, we're going to get into the interview I had with assistant coach Mike Raporto, and I'd like to be happy to report that he's doing okay after taking a puck to the head to the on the bench yesterday.
That just goes to show you how much was going wrong for the coaches. One gets it, and then they're losing. So.
Well, we talked about yesterday's game. We also talked about what the Huskies have to do to get a win here against Illinois State and climb within 3 points of the Redbirds in the Central Region. Here's the interview I had with assistant coach Mike Raporto. We're here with Huskies D2 assistant coach Mike Raporto. And coach, yesterday you guys took on #4 ranked DePaul. Not quite the result you guys were looking for. You lost 10-0. What was the difference in your mind from the team we saw against ISU that got 2 points and the team we saw yesterday afternoon against DePaul?
It started with lack of preparation. Going into the game, the guys, people were filtering in 30 minutes before the game. I know it was an awkward time on a Friday, but the guys just weren't mentally in it, not mentally prepared, came out flat, and DePaul took advantage of it.
Well, during the ISU weekend, your first line of Rzinski, Leon, and Boris put up 16 points, had the majority of the goals and the assists that weekend. What has been the key of their success so far this season?
I just think those 3 click. They all have their different strong suits. Obviously, Justin's a talented player. Leon and Boris, all 3 of them together. I just think I feel like they know where each other's at all times. They practice well together. They gel together on and off the ice, and I really think that comes into their production on that first line.
Kind of like the cone headline, pass, shoot, and score.
You're exactly right.
Well, with that first line being so productive, the bottom 3 lines have not been as productive. What do you want to see out of those other 3 lines so that you don't always have to rely on the top 3 forwards?
I think it's just, when it comes down to it, it's just the guys knowing their role on the team. Our third and fourth line need to know that their role is pivotal into a game. They got to have a tough forecheck, a tough back check. They got to be throwing the body around. So everybody has their own role, and it's just really falling into place and just making sure things click from the very beginning.
Mm-hmm. Well, last weekend you guys did go down to Bloomington, took on Illinois State, the #1 ranked team in the region. You won Friday 6-2. Hard loss on Saturday, 7-6. But what was clicking for your team on Friday night to have so much confidence to beat the number 1 ranked team?
Well, NIU ISU rivalry's been going back since I've played. So when it just comes down to it, it's just this guy's will to win. I mean, they wanted to win from the puck drop. There's a lot of things being said behind the scenes that I don't really want to reiterate on the air, but exactly, it got our guys fired up. And again, they didn't give up. They didn't give in. I mean, we started off with a 3-0 lead to ISU. They came crawling back 3-2, and then we buried them, finished them 6-2. So, I mean, again, it was just their will to win, and they never gave up. And that's the type of mentality you want to have, every single game. And unfortunately, again, our lack of preparation, we didn't have that last night.
And the last thing, going back to last weekend, your power play was quite good. Hickey and Pickett had 2 power play goals in the Friday game, and you added a couple more on Saturday. What clicked on the power play to make it so successful, and what do you have to do tonight on the power play against ISU to get a couple goals?
Well, I think what frustrated our guys is we really didn't have the advantage, power play advantage, up until the middle of the second period last night. So, really, they had no momentum to get things going. And when it comes down to it, it was our positioning. Our positioning was awful. We weren't cycling the puck in the corner. We weren't having a guy in front of the net. When we get a shot off, nobody was there for the rebound. So, I mean, there's a lot of fingers that you can point. But when it comes down to it, it was our lack of preparation, and our mentality just wasn't in it last night.
Well, yesterday afternoon, we saw all 3 goalies, Nick Bond and Johnny Perillo and Alex Hare, all played. Who's going to start in goal tonight? And if whoever it is, what do you expect out of them?
We're going to go with Alex tonight. We obviously expect his typical performance. I mean, he had 2 solid games against ISU last Friday, last Saturday. And I know he wants this one here tonight. Unfortunately, we had Nick and Johnny both play a little bit yesterday. Things weren't going our way, and, they're not at fault. They faced, I think DePaul had 50, 60 shots yesterday, so there's nothing a goalie can do. And when you're not going to put in 1 goal a game, it doesn't fall back on our goalies.
Well, injury list, Cantillo's still out until at least Christmas. We learned yesterday that Stetz is out at least 8 months with the shoulder injuries. Everybody else healthy, ready to go, just the normal bumps and bruises?
Yeah, I mean, everybody seems ready to go. I mean, we haven't had many complaints. I know Justin bumped his back in yesterday's game, but I talked to him about 20 minutes ago, and he says he's ready to go. So no excuses tonight.
Well, today before the game, you guys had a little bit of a showcase here with some of the local high school players. You, Chuck, and Nick Madonia were all here scouting players. What does it mean for you guys as a coaching staff to come out to these and look at the local high school players, kind of like the future of the Huskies program?
Well, it's great because a lot of our talent comes from a lot of junior hockey or AA hockey, AAA. But even coming out here and reaching out to the high school, I mean, the biggest thing for our program is depth. We want to have depth on that D3 team, because we want to look at it almost as a farm system where these guys can develop a year or 2 down at D3 and eventually be our playmakers at the D2 level. So it was great to get out today, really promote the program. We had Russ from admissions join us. We met about 50 kids, and I personally talked to about 12 to 15 individuals. So, even if we get 2 or 3 good players from this, it was well worth a 3 hours spent here today.
Well, Coach, good luck tonight. Hopefully we can get 2 points and crawl within 3 of the Maka Gold Conference lead.
Absolutely, Marcus. Thank you very much.
And that was the interview I had with assistant coach Mike Raporto. And one thing I want to touch on with that showcase they had right before us is that really is the future of the Huskies program, especially next year when, after this year, you're going to lose 6 or 7 seniors.
Yep.
You're going to lose Remley at the semester's end. So it's really good to have the coaches out here, guys from the school, talking to these kids and really recruiting hard. I know Ian was obviously lives in Phoenix, and he was doing some recruiting out west too, which is really key.
Well, yeah, I mean, like we said, I mean, in the second semester, we're gonna have to learn more names because there's going to be transfers.
Yeah.
Obviously, John Pounds is going to come back in, play with Brian. That's going to be great to watch. And it's going to be cool to see new players coming into this second semester. And next year, it's going to be nice to see some new players on D3, try to get that D3 program back and up and running. But yeah, it was really kind of fun to watch that before this game. But let's hope that we can get a win out of tonight now in this game against ISU, because we ended up giving up the lead last weekend on Saturday. Ended up beating them on Friday 6-2. So we obviously are good enough to beat this team, and we really showed it last weekend. So we need to do much better here tonight. Try to have my 3 keys is number 1, better goaltending. That's my first key. You got to have Alex Hare have a good night tonight after Bonin and Perillo kind of had a shaky night last night. Number 2, penalty kill. Penalty kill was not that good last night. Couple power play goals in last night. I think three of 6. I think DePaul had, so not very good there. And then also you got to come out with energy in every period. In the first and second period of that DePaul game, they had no energy. It seemed, especially after the first period, after going down 3-0. It seemed like they kind of just gave up. I mean, it really did. I mean, so you gotta come out with more energy in this period and in all 3 periods, like they did Friday last weekend, and that's how they beat ISU, because they came out very fast, very good on Friday last weekend against ISU.
Well, I asked the same question yesterday and today to both Mike Raporto and Chuck Ronaldo about what the second, third, and fourth lines have to do to kind of relieve the pressure off that first line of Boris, Rosinski, and Leon to score. What do you think those lines have to do, in your mind, to get back up on the score sheet and take the pressure off?
For me, it's always defense turns into a good offense. They gotta get it out of their zone first. They always seem to have kind of trouble to get it out of their zone. You got to get it up the boards a little bit quicker. That's one of the questions I asked Troy Hickey, and he gave me an answer. He's like, yeah, I got to be playing better. I got to get up to the boards to my forwards quicker. I mean, you got to get it up the boards. You got to get it out of your zone, and you got to turn it into some offensive chances. Like we said, there was 2 or 3 on ones a lot last night, but they just couldn't capitalize on them a lot. So you got to capitalize on the good chances that teams give you.
And Hare is back in net tonight. Wasn't supposed to play at all yesterday. This was going to be his scheduled start today and tomorrow against ISU and Robert Morris. Hopefully we see the same of what we saw against ISU. Yeah. I know Saturday's game obviously lost 7-6, didn't play very well, but he did make some big stops in both games to give the Huskies a win and stay in it.
He was playing some great the first 2 periods he was playing great on Saturday, but then he gave up 4 goals on. But I mean, a couple of them were not his fault. Sometimes the defensemen were pinching way too much, and they would give him a 2-on-1 for ISU. So just Alex Hare, I could see him having a very good night tonight, and that's what we need from him if we want to get this win tonight.
Well, the teams are being announced. First, it's going to be the Huskies. Hare is going to be in goal. The defense is going to get changed up here starting. It's going to be Herlin and Coletta. And then the first line of Boris, Rosinski, and Leon, who, again, like we said yesterday, have 80 points combined.
And remember, we didn't have Coletta yesterday because he had school problems. So he is here today, so that's going to be a big boost for this team to get that 7th or 6th defenseman for them to get some more stamina, some more depth in that defense. So that's going to be very good today. Let's hope that our defense can do much better, because like Mikey Raporto said, they had about 50 shots. So you got to do better in the defensive side.
So it's going to be Ryan Swiezdak going to start in goal for ISU. Up front, it's going to be Connor Anderson, Tim Talty, and Parker Johnson. And on defense will be Trent Webb and Anthony Luca. Now, Anderson has 30 points. Parker Johnson has 33 points. And the other one is Talty. And Talty has 34 points.
Yeah.
So you're looking at about 67 points. Or 97
and
points.
Remember, I think on Saturday, I think Parker Johnson, I think he had 4 points against us. I think he had 2 goals and 2 assists. So he, like I said that night, we really got to watch his speed, because he has a lot of speed going into that zone.
Well, it's time for the national anthem. When we come back, we'll have the puck drop here, Illinois State and Northern Illinois. So it'll be the Huskies and the Redbirds going in to this matchup with the Maca Gold Conference matchup here today. ISU leads Northern Illinois by 5 points. So if the Huskies can get 2 points here, they'll climb within 3 of this lead. And then after that, we won't see ISU until the regional tournament down in St. Louis at the end of the season. So after today, you kind of have to hope for the other team to lose.
Yeah, because, I mean, ISU, obviously, we know that we can beat them. We beat them last weekend, and they're really a good team. So we got to get those 2 points tonight. And it's going to be really hard because you're going against a great team here, but I think we can do it. But you got to play better than you did last night. A really rough night last night, and you got to hope that we play pretty good tonight.
So it'll be Connor Anderson and Justin Rosinski in the face-off circle. Hare and Swiezdak in goal for their teams respectively. Face-off is won by Johnson, back for Luca. And we're underway here at the Edge Ice Arena in Bensenville, Illinois. That's going to be an icing here against Illinois State. Just underway, 8 seconds into this game as Talty couldn't touch it up.
And I think the thing with Hare, I think the reason that I think he's one of the best goaltenders that we have is because he's that kind of guy that can play the third defenseman role. You don't see that from Bonin or Perillo too much, but he can come out Hare, and he likes to play the puck a lot. And you really like that from a goaltender because you really like that third defenseman.
And the face-off is controlled by ISU. It's Trent Webb, far side corner boards. Talty taps it back for Webb. He spins away from a check. Boris trying to corral. Rosinski gets taken down by Webb, but no penalty called. Leon looking for a shot attempt out in front. And finally corralled by Talty. Here's Parker Johnson in the offensive zone. Near side half boards now in the corner. The shot, and it just goes high over the blue pane of Alex Hare. Nick Leon backhands it around here for Coletta. Coletta up the boards for Boris. Boris looking for Rosinski, but it gets back into the Redbird zone where Trent Webb can control. Trent Webb comes out from behind Swiezdak. And Webb's going to dump it in, and the Redbirds are going to go for a wholesale change. Here's big Kevin Schwartz, far side corner boards. Kept in nicely by Carbone. Leach trying to keep it in, he couldn't, and Boris gets it out to center ice, and he's going to go for a change. Second line out there now, the Remley line with Greenberg and Sukel. Sukel has the puck, far side half boards, now taken away there by Carbone. But Sukel regains possession and dumps it into the left to Swiezdak. Swiezdak sticks it out to the boards. Remley takes a shot. Looked like it went off the netting, but it just goes off the glass, and the puck comes around near side half boards where it's taken now by Colarosi. Colarosi gives it up for Carbone. Carbone has himself taken off the puck by Pickett, but he regains possession. And now Remley gives a nice hip check there to Carbone. And Illinois State still reeling in their own zone. Now comes out is Sukel. Saucer pass for Greenberg. He tips it in to go for a change. Taken now by Leach. Leach near side half boards, taken down by Nedzala. Now here's Pickett. Pickett has his pass picked off there by Swiderski, and he sends it around. And Hickey tried to flip it out to center ice, but too much on that one, goes off the rafters. 17:52 left in the first, no score.
So far, I've liked what NIU's doing because last night, I think they were trying to do a little bit too much passing into the zone, but tonight you see that they're doing a lot more dump and chase, which I like to see because dump and chase, I think, is the much better way to go. Go back to the little things and go back to just trying to get some shots on goal.
There's a shot there by number 21, Rosenberg. And you talk about the chip and chase. We talked a lot about that on our hockey show at school, where the Hawks have a tendency to kind of just skate into the zone and not chip and chase and use their forecheck.
I mean, when you have a fast team like the Blackhawks, you can do that. But when you're not that fast, you got to do dump and chase. You just got to get that puck into the zone any way you can.
Bach looking to centered, but it's taken away by Swiderski, and Hickey pumps it back into the Redbird zone right at Swiezdak. Taken now by Rosenberg. Up for Reimel. Reimel up off the boards, finds Parker Johnson. Johnson gets the zone. In on Coletta, backhands it, saved by Hare. He was down with the butterfly style. And Coletta controls up off the boards, and that's going to be icing. And the whistle blows with 17 minutes left in the frame. No score here, but a good start for the Huskies, unlike yesterday.
Yeah, I mean, and I expect Ryan Coletta, you see him out there right now, I expect him to have a good game tonight because he was out last night. He's probably very angry that he didn't get to play in that game, especially a game that we lost like that. So I could see him playing really hard today, trying to get some goals, trying to get some assists out there, and doing very well tonight.
Face off to the right of Hare. It's going to be Nedzla and that would be Masidi, and it's won by Masidi, but the puck gets all the way down into the Redbird zone. No icing. As Masidi has to regain control, he comes out through neutral ice, sticked away there by Maher. And Masidi turns back for Trent Webb. Back for Masidi. They play catch in the face-off circles. Now out through neutral ice. Now Luca has it. Luca takes a shot, and it just goes wide on the blocker side of Hare. Masidi dumps it in. And Hare's back to stop it. Here's Troy Hurlin looking for Brandon Maher. Webb takes a shot and it goes wide blocker side on Alex Hare again. Here's Gorzica trying to get it out of the zone, but he can't do it. Finally, Coletta turns, gives it to Troy Hurlin. Hurlin off the boards, escapes Gorzica, went right through his legs, and Hurlin's going to dump it in. The Huskies go off for a change. Taken by Anthony Luca. Luca up for Parker Johnson. He evades a Boris hit, and he finally gets taken down there by Schwartz. Schwartz gives another hit there, and the big man can't be taken off his feet. Nick Leon controls far side corner boards, gives it for Boris. Now for Rosinski. Rosinski gets in on Swiezdak, cuts in, here's a shot, and the save made by Swiezdak, and the net comes off its moorings. But a very good effort there by Justin Rosinski to get a shot attempt.
And you see that a lot from Justin Rosinski. You didn't really see it last night. You didn't see a lot of breakaways from Leon Rosinski, but you see the speed that they can put into that offensive zone. And you didn't see a lot last night, but you just saw it there, and we're only 5 minutes in the first period, so I expect a lot from those two tonight.
Face-off won by Rosinski. Boris now for Schwartz. Now Rosinski has a little bit of room, has a shot, and it gets blocked out in front by Swiderski. Now here's Nick Leon off the boards for Kevin Schwartz. He takes a shot, but it's blocked out by Parker Johnson. And he goes cross ice for Tim Talty. Tim Talty has Anderson on him. Here's a shot in the goal. Connor Anderson buries it 5-hole on Alex Hare. And the Huskies trail 1-0 with 15-16 left in the period.
Yeah, and I mean, you just saw a good tip in there by Tim Talty there. Really just a good job right there by ISU, just trying to get the puck to the front of the net and getting the tip in because they were missing a lot of chances. I think that was their first shot on goal because a lot of their pucks were going off to the side of the net. So that's, I think, their first shot on goal, and they end up getting a goal out of it, and just a good job getting into the front of the net. But the NIU Huskies got to do a better job of knocking them off the puck like they were doing in that first 4 minutes. Not a good job right there. They were just trying to block it, but you got to knock them off the puck a little bit better.
So at 4:44, it's Connor Anderson from Tim Talty and James Weecha, and the Huskies trail by 1. Out through center ice comes Gazzola. Gazzola gives it over for Colarosi, and he gets taken off the puck by Hickey. Here's another shot, gets tipped out in front by Carbone, and Hare had to be careful and make a tough stop. Here's Greeny. Greeny and Sukel, 2-on-1. Greeny saucer pass, but good block out there front. Here's another shot, and it goes wide as Hickey was up on the play. Sukel battles in behind with Gazzola. Skimeka keeps it in the offensive zone. Good shift here by the second line. Here's Sukel now, back for Remley. Greenberg out in front, takes a shot. Swiezdak makes a save, and it's loose. And out comes Illinois State. Here's Vinny Carbone. Carbone, drop pass here. Here's another shot. Good block there by Hare. Off the stick of Colarosi. Now Troy Hickey backhands it in around behind Alex Hare, taken there by Swiderski. Or excuse me, that's Carbone. And a good hit by LJ. Back to the point, right point for Luca. Takes a shot looking for a tip out in front for Reimel, but he couldn't find it. Reimel regains possession, and now it's Nick Remley. He's going to get it in, and he's going to stop and go for a change. As Coletta and Hurlin come out, and it's Pounds, Nedzla, and Bach. Bach looking for a centering temp. Reimel is there to break it up. Here's Brian Pounds has it behind Swiezdak. Pounds gets taken down. Bach can control. Looks for Brian Pounds in the right of Swiezdak, but Reimel comes out with it. James Reimel over for Swiderski. Johnson couldn't keep it in, and out comes the Huskies. Here's Rob Bach, takes the hit. Looking to center is Nedzla, but ISU comes out. Here's Parker Johnson right in front of the Huskies bench. He gets the line, far side corner boards behind Hare. Centering attempt there, good block out by Bach. Puck jumps loose, and it's going to come to the point. Here's Weecha. Weecha sends it in far side corner boards for Reimel. Bach and Herlin are there. Here's a centering attempt. Actually went right behind Hare. Here's Coletta now for Pounds. Leach keeps it in. Now it's going to be Johnson, and he tried to give it back for Swiderski, and he couldn't do it. Bach's going to dump it in, and the Huskies are going to go for a change. Taken now by James Weecha. Weecha out through neutral ice, picked off there by Jausch. Looking for Gorzica. Here's Schwartz. Schwartz up on the play with Gorzica. Schwartz with a shot, patted away there, or blockered away by Swiezdak. Best chance for the Huskies so far. Here's Maher centering attempt, but no one was there to corral. Taken now by Masidi. Here's James Weecha. Over for Leach, right face-off circle. Up off the boards now, looking for Kurok, and that's going to be icing is the call. 12:07 left in the frame, 1-0 Illinois State.
So far, not a lot of shots on goal. What I tallied right now is about 4-3 in shots, so not a lot of shots. Doing much better at the defensive side for NIU tonight, and you got to do that for these goalies because like Coach Raporto said, they had about, I think, DePaul had 45, 50 shots on goal last night, so you got to do better defensively, and good job so far in tonight.
Here's Pickett with a shot, gets blacked out by Kurok. Now Leon and Leach are in there, Masidi, and it's going to be Rosinski. And the puck comes out to the right point. Hickey tries to keep it in, couldn't do it. It's going to be offsides on NIU. So out comes James Weecha. Weecha gets the line. Leon takes it away from him, but Weecha backhands it into the right face-off circle. Now around behind Alex Hare. Pickett and Johnson battle. Johnson sets up shot behind Hare. Anderson has it, and then that actually came off its moorings, so the whistle stops play. 11:34 left in the frame. 1-0 ISU.
But yeah, you mentioned a couple shifts ago, it was a really good shift by Greenberg, Brian Pounds, and Bach. Or no, Greenberg, Sukel.
Greeny, Sukel, and Remley.
Yeah, Greeny, Sukel, and Remley. They're the second line, and they did have a good shift. They had a couple really good chances and a couple shots on goal that they could have went in, but just couldn't quite do it.
Here's a giveaway, and Pickett had it taken away from him, and a good save there by Alex Hare. Boris from Rosinski. Rosinski wanting it back, but good break up there by Rizala. There's a good hip check there by Troy Hickey to take his man off the puck. And Hickey's going to backhand it into the near side boards where Swiezdak is going to get pressured there by Leon, but he gives the puck over nicely for Rizala. Rizala plays catch there with Rosenberg. Now Rizala has it up for Anderson. Anderson backhands it off the boards, but LJ was there to pick the pass off. Now Tim Talty has it. Here's Tyler Sukel out through the neutral ice. Good back check there by Rizala. Now Greenberg has it gives a giveaway. Now Tim Talty, Husky zone, right point. Looking for a centering pass, but Sukel was there to take it away. Here's Mark Greenberg. Greenberg the slapper, and it's blocked away there by Swiezdak from the right faceoff circle. Trent Webb and Connor Anderson in on the forecheck. Centering attempt by Greenberg taken away, and Kurok has it. He's going to dump it in, and Hare's back to play it. Here's Troy Herlin. Around near side half boards for Greenberg. Greenberg, nice pass through the legs for Coletta, but it's taken there by Colarosi, excuse me. Here's a shot, gets deflected up over the crossbar of Alex Hare. Greenberg has it now. Far side for Sukel, and the ISU keeps it in. Here's Trent Webb, left point. Now down low. Centering attempt for Kernbauer. Here's a shot. Glove saved by Hare. It went in and out from Reimel. Here's a backhand attempt. Loose out in front. And Sukel's going to have to just get it out of the zone. 9:40 left in the frame. ISU up 1-0. Here's Luca. Luca gets it in. Herlin picks it off. Now for Grandpa. Pickett looking for Nedzela. Couldn't find it. And it's going to go it was going to be icing, but Luca was there to corral the puck. Luca has it through center ice, bothered there by Pounds. Now Kevin Schwartz has it, gives it over for Nedzela. He drops it for Schwartz. Now cross ice, left face-off circle for Bryant and Pickett. Up off the glass, but it's taken away there by Jordan Leach. Pickett corrals for Bach. Bach gets taken off the puck there by Johnson. And it comes out to neutral ice. Here's Weecha. Weecha has his pass go through the legs of Reimel. No icing. Hare's out to play. Schwartz now near side half boards for Pickett. Here's a shot from his knees off the stick of Leach. And ISU controls. Dominant play in the offensive zone for the Redbirds. It was blocked out in front there by Harry. He's going to try to cover it up. Couldn't do it, and ISU regains possession. Now to the point. Here's Weicha with a bullet right into the chest of Harry. He makes the save. 8:25 left in the period. 1-0 ISU, and what a fast-paced period it's been.
Yeah, so far, and you heard the fans there kind of cheering because Alex Sayre made a couple really good saves there, just trying to cover the puck up, try to get a face-off because they were in our zone for a good solid 30 seconds, so you just got to cover that puck up, try to get a wholesale change for your teammates, and good job by Hare just sucking that up, not letting any rebounds out.
Face-off win by Anderson. Leon blocks it out to neutral ice. Now Rosenberg has it. Cross-ice pass for Rizala. It's taken away. Leon loses an edge. Otherwise, I think he would have picked that pass off. Here's Tim Talty now, right face-off circle. Fakes the shot. Backhands it down for number 18. That's Ambersat. Now around for Anderson. Anderson dumps it in deep for Talty. Here's Rosenberg, but Rosinski regains possession. Looking for Boris, but that's too far out in front of him. Off the boards for Rizala, from Rizala to Anderson. Anderson looking to backhand it in for Talty. Here's Talty, right face-off circle. Back for Anderson. Backhand pass for Ambersat, and they cycle the puck down low. Finally picked off by Boris. Saucer pass for Troy Hickey. 1-on-3 as the Huskies forwards go off for a change. Hickey takes a hit, but he makes the play and keeps the puck in the offensive zone. Connor Anderson, near side half boards, Redbird zone. Picked off there by Remley. It's going to be a tripping call, and the Huskies are going to get a power play. Good work by the captain, Nick Remley, in the boards. 7:19 left. Huskies going to go on the power play.
Yeah, really just a great job of making the hustle play there by Nick Remley, trying to keep the puck in, and he ended up making ISU make a trip penalty there. So finally, we get a power play. I think we only had 2 power plays last night, and they were very late in the game, so they didn't really. Obviously they mattered, but it didn't really matter because we were already down 8 or 9-0 by then. But good job by getting a penalty there, and now this power play's got to get a goal here, try to tie this game back up.
Hurlin now has it from Greenberg, and ISU clears the puck. Troy Hickey's going to control now in front of Hare. Hickey backhands it for Hurlin. Hurlin's going to come up through neutral ice over the steel logo. Hurlin gains the line. In on Swizak, but taken away by Webb. And Sukel takes a hit. And it's kept in there by Hurlin, left point. For Greenberg, now for Sukel. Sukel looking to cycle the puck right point for Hickey now. Hickey with a shot gets deflected up off the glass behind Swizak. Greenberg now for Sukel. Sukel for Bach, and a good save there by Swizak. Sukel, Greenberg, now for Cherry Hurlin, left point. He takes another shot and it gets blocked out in front. I think Bach might have tipped that one. And it's going to go out to neutral ice. 1 minute left on the power play, 6:17 left in the frame. Here's Mark Greenberg. Greenberg looks like he's taking a shot. Swizak makes a short side save. And it comes out to center ice. Here's Justin Rosinski now. Rosinski, good keep from Weicha. Rosinski 1-on-4, shot, almost went glove side on Swizak, and he couldn't bury it. Here's Nick Leon now. And ISU's going to try to clear, but it goes right in the chest to Pickett, and he keeps it in. 30 left on the power play. 5 minutes left in period number 1. Here's Rosinski now down, Leon left point now to the neutral ice is Hickey, and it's 20 seconds left on the frame, and the Huskies have to regroup. Here's Troy Hickey for Rosinski. Now back for Hickey in the Husky zone. Here's Boris. Finds Justin Rosinski. He gains the line. He winds up, takes a shot into the glove of Swizak. He's going to hold on. 3 seconds left on the power play. 5:22 left in period number 1.
You know, even though that we didn't get a goal in that power play, we are putting a lot of pressure on Swizak right now. Really just a good job by Swizak trying keeping ISU in ahead of the NIU, because we've had about 9 shots on him already. So really just a good job by him keeping them in the lead.
And a lot of good chances.
Yep.
That's going to do it for the power play. Anderson's out of the box, and he gets sprung here from Weicha. Anderson in, finds Talty, shot and a goal. ISU comes right back off the penalty kill and gets their second goal. So it's Talty from Weecha and Anderson.
Yeah, again, you saw Pickett trying to pinch there like he did last weekend a couple times, and sometimes that just doesn't work. And they ended up getting a nice 2-on-1, and really just a nice pass between Pickett and Schwartz's stick trying to dive and block the pass, but they just got it right in between there, and a nice pass, and just got over the glove side of Alex there, and you saw Alex there was not happy with himself not making that save.
So that's the second goal for that line. The first goal was Anderson from Weecha and Talty. This time was Talty from Weecha and Anderson. So that's the second goal for those three forwards. Here's Leach now for Weecha. Weecha comes out through neutral ice, finds Connor Anderson. And the Huskies do a good job of gumming up the blue line. Here's Brian Pounds. Bach tries to corral, he does. Takes a shot from the blue line on Swiezak. He's down to make the save with a stick. Leach, far side corner boards with Netzla on his back. Now Anderson has it. Anderson passes up to Ambersat. Ambersat back pass there. Looking for Leach, I believe, but Bach takes his man off the puck and he gets it back into Redbird zone. 2-0 ISU with 4:30 left in period number 1. Huskies are 0 for 1 on the power play. Puck hits Anderson on the bench, or on the ice as he's going off for a change. Here's Bach, short side save there made by Swiezak, and he's going to cover up the puck as Netzlo is right in his grill. 4:15 left in the first, 2-0 Illinois State.
Yeah, even though that we have more shots than ISU, which is really good, just ISU have been kind of getting the better chances with the 2-on-1s and the good tip in for the first goal. So we just got to get better chances, try to get some more 2-on-1s, try to pass it more into the slot, and try to get goals on Swiezak here, because you can see that he's going to have a good night, and we gotta get some shots on him because he's good.
Here's Colarosi. He gets his puck taken away from Hickey. Remley now for Sukel. Sukel up the ice, tries to get it in deep. That's going to be offsides, and Huskies have to regroup. Now it's Rizala up the boards for Colarosi. He dumps it in far side corner boards, right a hair. Here's Remley now, far side corner boards for Hickey. Here's Carbone now. He battles with Hickey, but Hickey wins the puck. Now Carbone has it. Far side half boards for Kernbauer. Kernbauer's going to turn, backhand it looking for Kurok. And he can't find it. Now Remley has it, up off the glass for Greenberg, and he sticks it out of midair, out to neutral ice. But back in comes Rizala. Rizala over for Reimel, now Gazzola. Gazzola dumps it in deep, and he's going to go off for a change. Here's Justin Rosinski. Rosinski around the net, trying to avoid a check there. Hickey has it now far side half boards, and he's going to dump it out to neutral ice. Here's Rosenberg, almost a breakaway for Greenberg, but he slid out of the way. Here's James Reimel. Reimel for Swiderski. Swiderski now for Johnson, and LJ is going to take it away from him. Here's Nick Leon. And there's going to be a penalty on Alex Hare, I believe. So it's going to be Hare with the penalty, so we'll see who serves it. And he's still John.
Yeah, I'm not sure what Alex Hare did there, but obviously the refs did not like what he was doing. Maybe giving a little bit lip to the refs, I'm not sure, but you could see that Leon wasn't happy with him getting that penalty for NIU.
Somebody's got to serve that penalty. And I think it's going to be LJ to serve it with 17:16 left in the frame.
It looks like it's going to be Kevin Schwartz that serves it.
So Alex Hare with the slashing call out in front of his own net puts the Huskies on the PK for 2 minutes here with 2:44 left in the first period. Anderson loses it. Pickett sends it around half boards. Good keep in there by Swiderski. Swiderski from Talty. That was Connor Anderson, and evaded Swiderski back in the Redbird zone. They have to regroup. Swiderski for Anderson. Comes out through neutral ice. Left point, now down the half boards. Left point for Swiderski. He winds, fires, takes a fake shot now for Talty. Talty back to the right point. Finds Ambersat, and a shot and a save by Hare. As Herlin didn't like that Rizala was in there poking around Hare's pads. Face off to the left of Alex Hare. 1:25 left in the power play. 2:09 left in period one.
Yeah, and Alex Hare, he's not going to forgive himself if he gives up a goal on this power play, because he's the one that one of his teammates is serving for him because he's the goalie. So he's got to have a good penalty kill here. And this is the first penalty kill for NIU. And there's going to be about 45 seconds, 50 seconds after this penalty kill in the period.
Here's Ambersat, now right point for Talty. Now half boards for Ambersat. Back for Talty. Now Swiderski sends it down for Connor Anderson. Out to the slot for Talty, and he couldn't find the handle, and the puck comes back to center ice where Ambersat can control. Brzezinski up on the forecheck. 1 minute left in the power play. 1:44 left in period number one. Ambersat for Swiderski. Swiderski in on Brian Pickett. Got his stick up there. Almost could have been a hook. And that would be Tim Talty. Couldn't control. Now he comes into the offensive zone. Takes a shot. Goal. What a snipe by Tim Talty. Blocker side. And Huskies are now down 3-0.
Yeah, and I think Brian Pickett's been out there for 2 of the first goals and that third goal on the power play. So right now he's a -2. So Brian Pickett not having the best night right now, but just really, like you said, just a great snipe by Tim Talty there, right over the blocker side of Alex Hare. And again, Alex Hare is just not going to forgive himself for that, and I don't think the coaches are going to be very happy with him when they get in that locker room either.
So at 18:44 on the power play, ISU extends the lead to 3. Here's Nick Remley battling with Carbone in the neutral ice. Carbone wins the battle. Carbone stops, takes a shot, and Hickey's there to block it and control. Now Tyler Sukel. He's going to dump it in on Swiezdak. He's going to stick it away to the right point. Now Skameka tries to get it deep, but it's picked off there by Leach. Leach now up for Kernbauer. Kernbauer takes a shot. Save there on Carbone, Hare on Carbone. And there's going to be a penalty again coming up to Northern Illinois as Swizdak's off the ice for the extra attacker. Here's Kernbauer, and he gives it up for Ambersat. And Remley's going to touch up the puck, and with 30.5 left in the frame, Huskies are going to go right back on the penalty kill.
Yeah, and it's never good to have a penalty kill right before the end of the period. Just really bad penalties here, and really just last 5 minutes, just not a good last 5 minutes in this period by NIU. So this is not going to be good for NIU getting the second, and it's going to be Troy Hickey, one of your best penalty killers.
Yeah.
So that's not. I mean, you got to kill off this penalty. Try to get some momentum going into the next period, because the way it's going, it looks like it's 3-0 right now, and that's the way it was last night too.
So interference is the call on Troy Hickey. And Huskies going to try to kill the rest of this penalty off for the period, but ISU will have time left coming into the period number 2. Here's Swiderski trying to find Ambersat. Brzezinski has it, neutral ice, evades a check from Rizala, but Rizala gets it in deep. Herlin around the boards for Pounds. And that's going to do it for period number 1. The Huskies find themselves down 3-0, much like they did yesterday. As Brzezinski's hunched over on the bench,
yeah,
looked like his wrist.
Yeah, he's favoring that wrist. He's had a lot of injury problems ever since Florida Gulf Coast. So let's hope that he's going to come out next period and be all right.
So the Huskies will be on the penalty kill for 1 minute and 29 seconds to start period number 2. Coming up in the intermission report, we'll break down period 1, look forward to period number 2. Also, the interview that Stephen Duffy had with defenseman Troy Hickey before the game. We're going to start doing that, where we interview a Husky player for the first intermission report before every game. So today was Troy Hickey's day. So after 20 minutes of play, the Huskies find themselves down 3-0. You're listening to Huskies Hockey on the NIU Huskies Hockey Radio Network.
It's Thursday night, and you're grabbing drinks with some friends. Started off with a pitcher for the table, which quickly becomes 2. There's pool. And there's the photo booth.
All right, everybody squeeze in. Say cheese!
Followed naturally by an order of wings. And another.
Can we get some extra ranch sauce?
Then there's the ceremonial nightcap.
So what are we doing this weekend?
And lastly, it's back to the car, which, if you're buzzed, could be the most expensive night of your life. Getting pulled over for buzzed driving could cost you around $10,000 in fines, legal fees, and increased insurance rates. Nothing kills a buzz like getting pulled over for buzzed driving, because buzzed driving is drunk driving. Brought to you by the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration and the Ad Council.
Over here at jamsonair.com, we play anything and everything. You might hear... Or how about this tasty track? I want to get you in the back seat, windows up, that's the way you like it. We have them all. Lollipop, 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 lollipop. Well, maybe not that. Jamsonair.com. Radio when you want it.
We know balancing family, friends, work, and free time keeps you busy. We want to help you start your day off right. Whether you're visiting for business or for pleasure, you'll always get a clean and fresh Hampton bed. Free high-speed internet access, free hot breakfast served daily with fresh baked waffles and hearty oatmeal with toppings, friendly, helpful service, and much more. For one rate, guaranteed. If you're not satisfied, we don't expect you to pay. That's our commitment and your guarantee. That's 100% Hampton. Go to HamptonInn.com to find the nearest location. Hampton Inn & Suites, the official hotel of NIU hockey. Let's send it back to Stephen and Marcus on the NIU Huskies hockey.
Hey, Billy.
Yeah?
Do you want to go to the state fair?
Yeah.
Do you want to ride the roller coaster?
Yeah.
The big one?
Yeah.
The one with the reverse flip?
Yeah!
Well, you can't.
Huh?
Well, you see, Billy, when you throw away money on wasted electricity, you throw away everything you could have done with it, including going to the state fair.
Oh, man.
Cheer up. This year, your parents will make it right. They're going to visit EnergySavers.gov, where they'll get tips on how to save energy and money. Then they'll add extra insulation and get a few of those Energy Star appliances. They could save hundreds of dollars a year. And you know what, Billy?
What?
They'll take you to the state fair next year.
But I want to go this year.
I know you do, Billy. I know you do. Saving energy saves you money. Learn more at EnergySavers.gov. Brought to you by the U.S. Department of Energy and the Ad Council.
Have you always wanted to be on radio or television? Don't lie to yourself, of course you have. That means that you need to come to the Illinois Center for Broadcasting. At ICB, you'll learn everything you need to know. Hands-on training in audio programming, video editing, and much, much more. Financial assistance is available for those who qualify, so you've got no excuse. Go online to beonair.com or call 630-916-1700 for more information. The Illinois Center for Broadcasting, where your career begins.
Green light. Hey girl. School zone. I'm getting hungry. Car changing lanes. You want to meet me for pizza? Stop sign. Intersection clear. Yeah. Street. Pizza sounds good. Ballin Street? Girlin Street!
It's hard to concentrate on two things at once, like texting and driving. Stop the text, stop the wrecks. How will you stop texting and driving? Tell us at stoptextstoprex.org. Brought to you by the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration and the Ad Council.
You're listening to NIU Huskies hockey. Now let's send it back to Stephen and Marcus for more NIU hockey. And we're back here at the Edge Ice Arena in Bentonville, Illinois. Huskies trailed 3-0 after 20 minutes of play to the number 1 ranked team in the Illinois State University Redbirds. Well, before tonight's game, Stephen Duffy had a chance to talk with defenseman Troy Hickey, and if while I get this set up, could you kind of set up the interview, what you guys kind of talked about?
I mean, basically what I just talked about with him is he kind of played high school with Chuck. I asked him about that. I asked him what rituals he ever does. That's kind of my new question for everybody. Yeah. Just simple questions for him. It's not too long, about 2.5 minutes. So, but he's a pretty funny guy. I like him a lot, and these players are very good to talk to with these interviews.
Well, here is the interview that Stephen Duffy had with defenseman Troy Hickey.
I'm here with player Troy Hickey. I'm Stephen Duffy. Troy, you guys didn't have that great of a game last night. What do you think you guys need to do differently as a team tonight to win this game tonight?
We just need to come out with more energy. execute better and play better in our defensive zone.
And what do you think you need to do to do a little bit better tonight?
I need to move the puck better. I need to help our forwards, give them better passes so they can get out of the zone easier. Just make life easier on our goalies too.
Now, you have a lot of responsibility. You probably play the most minutes out of anybody, and you play the power play and penalty kill. Does it sometimes it gets a little bit too much for you, or do you like all the responsibility?
No, I love all the responsibility. I'm the type of player where if I'm on the bench and one of those situations comes up and the coach isn't letting me out, I'm looking at Mikey, trying to get him to put me out there. Normally doesn't work, but
yeah.
I just love it.
Now, I heard that your mom told us a couple weekends ago that you've been with Coach Chuck for a while now. He was your high school coach and everything, and she was kind of making a joke that he never taught you how to play offense. But do you think that you like your offense, and do you think that Chuck did kind of teach you offense, or no?
Oh yeah, Chuck definitely taught me offense. When I was a freshman, I couldn't lift the puck off the ice when I shot. I barely could skate. Senior year, junior year, he had me playing forward on the power play, so it definitely improved my skills. But I got to agree with my mom. I'm terrible at offense. I can just skate straight and pass the puck a little bit.
Yeah. Well, we've always said on our broadcast, you're probably one of the best offensive defensemen probably out there for the team. But do you think that you guys could be the best team in the mock-up? Because you beat ISU last weekend 6-2, and then you ended up getting beat 7-6. And then you had an off night last night. I mean, do you guys think that you could be the best team in the MACA?
I think talent-wise that we easily could be the best team in the MACA. Obviously, we have great coaches. We have great talent. I think the biggest difference, what's going to set us apart from the rest of the teams, is our goaltending. No team's as strong as us in that, so we're always given a chance to win every game just for them.
Yeah, and we always kind of ask this to every player. We know that Bach has those 3 or 4 sticks that he always plays with. Do you have any rituals that you play before the game?
I try to stay as unfocused as possible. I try to stay as loose as I can. I'm very bad if I take it seriously.
Yeah.
But for the most part, no, I don't name my sticks, unfortunately. I have nothing as interested as Bach.
All right, Troy, thanks for the interview, and hopefully that we get a win tonight.
All right, thank you very much.
And that was the interview with Troy Hickey. I like how he says he tries to stay as much unfocused as he possibly can.
I know, like I said.
And Mike Reporter was like, we need to be more focused.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, he's a very funny guy. He was a good interview there. I mean, obviously not that long, but I mean, like he said, I mean, it was pretty funny what he said. I stay as unfocused as I can, and then also he thinks that he's not that great of an offense guy, but I think we know that he's probably the best offensive defenseman on this team.
Well, I think it's funny that he said as a freshman in high school he couldn't lift the puck off the ice.
Or he couldn't
and now
skate
he's
too.
playing for Northern Illinois, and he's probably one of the best offensive defensemen that we have on the team.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, he's probably the #1 defenseman, and like I said, I mean, like I asked him, do you mind all the responsibility? He said he loves the responsibility, which you love from a player like that. I mean, like we said, he probably plays the most minutes. He plays the power play and the penalty kill. So I mean, you gotta hand it to him that he loves that responsibility. He loves just being kind of one of the leaders on this team.
Well, Duffy, period number 1 was not the way. It was kind of like we left off where we started where we left off yesterday with DePaul. 3 goals, 1 on the power play. 2 by Tim Talty and 1 by Connor Anderson. Both those guys have 3 points apiece already in the first period. They are 1 for 1 on the power play so far, and they'll have 1:29 to start period number 2. But going back to your keys, can you tell the fans what they were and how they did?
Well, I mean, better goaltending right now. I mean, Alex Sayre, he's giving up 3 goals on about
10 shots?
I would say about 12 shots.
12 shots.
12 shots on 3 goals, so not so far, not good goaltending right now. A little bit shaky starting in this first period. Let's hope it gets better. Second keys, penalty kill. We gave up a power play goal, like you said, and we're on the penalty kill coming out of this. So right now, they're 1 for 1 on the power play, and they could be 2 for 2 if we don't kill off this penalty. Let's hope that this penalty kill is much better in this period. And then number 3, come out with a lot more energy in each period, which they did in that first period. They came
really
out
did.
In that first about 10 minutes, they were doing great, and then they kind of fell apart in the second half. So I think you got to come out with a lot of energies in the second period and try to get back in this game.
And I think the key, before we go to our second break here of the intermission report, I think the key for the Huskies right now to kill off that 1:29, get a little bit momentum back, maybe get a goal shorthanded.
Get a goal or 2. Yeah, to start this period. Yeah, to start this period, you got to get a goal or 2, try to get right back into this.
Well, when we come back for our second break here, the first period intermission report, we'll have the puck drop of period 2. Like we said, Huskies down 3-0 And they'll have a minute and 29 to kill off on the Troy Hickey interference call. Huskies down 3-0. You're listening to Huskies Hockey on the NIU Huskies Hockey Radio Network.
When I grow up, I want to be a new pair of blue jeans.
When I grow up, I want to be a kid's first computer.
I want to be a warm place on a cold day.
I want to be a football
I want to be a
stadium.
bike that races around the country.
I want to be a bench on a forest trail.
When I grow up, I don't want to be a piece of garbage. And if you recycle me, I won't be.
Give your garbage another life. Recycle. Learn how at iwanttoberecycled.org. Brought to you by Keep America Beautiful and the Ad Council.
Gunzo's is your non-stop shop for all things hockey. Gunzo's carries all major brands such as Bauer, Easton, Reebok, Nike, CCM, and Ward. Gunzo's caters to not only players, but to teams as well, with the ability to take team orders. Gunzo's can customize jerseys, socks, t-shirts, warm-ups, and hockey bags. They have 3 convenient Chicagoland locations in River Forest, Morton Grove, and Chicago. Gunzo's is also the official equipment supplier of the Northern Illinois Huskies. Gunzo's Hockey Headquarters, where you will be treated like a pro.
A boy born in Joplin, Missouri was fascinated by anything with wheels and a motor. The odds of him going on to fascinate millions with his talent, 1 in 260,000. The odds of him having 15 career NASCAR victories, 1 in 1.7 million. The odds of a child being diagnosed with autism, 1 in 88. I'm Jamie McMurray, and my niece has autism. Learn more at autismspeaks.org/signs. Brought to you by Autism Speaks and the Ad Council.
When I have an asthma attack, I feel scared. It's kind of like an elephant is on my chest. I feel like I'm choking. Sometimes my parents have to take me to the hospital.
You know how to react to their asthma attacks. Here's how to prevent them. Visit www.noattacks.org or call your doctor, because even one attack is one too many.
I feel like a fish with no water.
Brought to you by the EPA and the Ad Council.
Hey, you're sitting around listening to the radio when you could be on it. You think I'm kidding? The Illinois Center for Broadcasting is looking for people just like you to enroll for classes right now. Stop wishing you were on the air and get down to making it happen. At ICB, students are trained by some of the best and brightest professionals in the industry. And not only that, you'll learn the ins and outs of both radio and TV. You'll be ready to take the airwaves by storm. There couldn't be a better time than now to hop on to beonair.com and fill out that application. It only takes a few minutes, and when you're done, you'll have taken the first step to getting on a fast track to your dreams. Once again, that's beonair.com, or you can call 630-916-1700. Classes are filling up fast, though, so you'd better get going. So what are you still doing here? Go now. 630-916-1700 or visit beonair.com, the Illinois Center for Broadcasting, where broadcasting careers begin.
Green light. Hey girl. School zone. I'm getting hungry. Car changing lanes. You want to meet me for pizza? Stop sign. Intersection clear. Yeah. Street. Pizza sounds good. Ballin Street? Girlin Street!
It's hard to concentrate on 2 things at once, like texting and driving. Stop the text, stop the wrecks. How will you stop texting and driving? Tell us at stoptextstopwrecks.org. Brought to you by the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration and the Ad Council.
Let's send it back to Stephen and Marcus on the NIU Huskies Hockey Radio Network. And we're back here as the Huskies and the Redbirds are back out on the ice. It'll be Greenberg, Herlin, Remley, and Coletta on the penalty kill. Huskies have to kill a minute and 29 seconds off on the Troy Hickey interference call that he took at the end of period number 1. For Illinois State, it'll be Weicha, Leach, Kernbauer, Johnson, and Reimel. So Johnson in the faceoff circle, Remley wins it, and we're underway here in period number 2. James Reimel has it at center ice, now gives it for Parker Johnson. Johnson circles the steel logo in neutral ice, now he gets in the offensive zone, dumps it into the left of Alex Hare. He has a giveaway, and he sticks it to the near side half boards. Now here's James Weicha, left point. He takes the shot in and out of the glove of Hare. And the whistle blows, and there's going to be a penalty upcoming here. I don't know if it's going to be against Northern Illinois or Illinois State. And it's going to be Ron Coletta.
And that's not good. I mean, you can't be taking penalties like that. It's going to be a 5-on-3 now for ISU. I'm not sure what he did, and neither do the coaches for NIU. Wait, cross check. Cross check. But yeah, the coaches I think are very mad about the penalty over there. You could see that they're wondering what happened. But yeah, now it's going to be a 5-on-3 for about a minute, 4 seconds with 19:34. So you got to kill off this penalty to really stay in this game.
So it'll be Johnson in the face-off circle with Sukel. Johnson wins it for Weecha, left point, now right point. Back for Weecha, right in the middle. Here's a shot, and it gets blocked out in front there. Good save by Hare. Here's Parker Johnson. Down low for Reimel. Reimel right corner. Looking for a one-timer. And good job by Pickett to dive and clear the puck. 40 seconds left on the 5-on-3. Second penalty, Coletta for a cross check. Here's Anthony Luca.
That's a veteran move right there by Brian Pickett, just diving to get that puck out.
Luca all the way over from Johnson. Johnson gets the line. Now in behind Alex Hare. Good stick there by Kevin Schwartz. Here's Luca, right point in front of the Redbird bench. Back for Weech as a one-timer gets tipped out in front there by Kernbauer. Where is it? And Hare finally dives on it and whistle blows. 18:45 left in period number 2. 15 seconds left on the 5-on-3.
Great job by Hare there, stopping the tip, and then he didn't know where the puck was. Parker Johnson tried to stuff it in, but Alex Hare ended up finding it and covering up. Just really a good job by Alex Hare there. Let's hope that he has a better period than he did last period, giving up 3 goals on 12 shots. So far, they've given up 4 shots in this period, so far Alex Hare has stopped them all, so doing very well in this period.
And a face-off won by Illinois State. Talty has it, left point. Now he skates into the high slot. Talty now far side half boards, back for Connor Anderson. Anderson with a shot in the glove of Alex Hare. He makes the save through a screen. 2 seconds left on the 5-on-3, 18:32 left in period number 2.
Yeah, and it's going to be Greenberg, Remley, and Herlin. So actually 2 forwards out there for this 5-on-3 right now. But we're going to get in about 2 seconds. They're going to get Troy Hickey back.
And Troy Hickey's out of the box, and he's in on Swiezdak. Good back check there, though, by number 17, Swiderski, but Hickey was sprung out of the box. Good face-off win by Greenberg. Here's Tim Talty, now for Ambersat. Ambersat out through neutral ice over the steel logo. Gains the line. He's looking for a shot, and he actually goes off the boards. Now left point for Swiderski. Swiderski back for Connor Anderson, for Ambersat down low. Here's a shot, big save by Hare, and he made it with the stick. Out of position, but the stick came free, and he made the save. 23, here's Nick Remley. 1-on-1, here's another shot in and out of the chest of Swiezdak. He gave up a rebound, and he covers up. 15 seconds left on the power play, 17:50 left in period number 2.
Yeah, good job by Greenberg, trying to get that rebound, giving Swiezdak a little bit of a scare there, trying to get that garbage goal, but Andy make them cover it up, so then now the face-off is in their zone while they're on the power play as well.
Here's Tim Talty around behind Swiezdak. He comes out through neutral ice. He gains the line. And left face-off circle, dances with the puck, looking for a pass. He's going to go off the boards for Anderson. Anderson left face-off circle, back pass for Rizala. Rizala centering it for Anderson. Here's a shot and a good save by Hare. As Ambersat Anderson couldn't bury it, and both teams are at full strength. And there's going to be, I think, too many men on the ice for Illinois State. And I think the Huskies are going to go on the power play.
Yeah, and that was a big penalty kill there. 5-on-3 for about a minute, and then they killed off that one and killed off another one when it was a 5-on-4, and now they're on a power play. So this is going to be very big for them. If they can get a goal right here, they could be right back in this game. They could have all the momentum going into this period if they can get a goal right here. So this is very big, probably the biggest part of the game right here.
So 2:41 bench minder to the Illinois State Redbirds. 2 minutes for too many men on the ice, served by number 21, Rosenberg. Here's Hickey at the right point, up off the boards looking for Boris. Boris trying to center it to Leon. Now Rosinski has it into the left to Swiezdak, and it's cleared all the way down the ice by Colarossi. Colarossi sends it in on here. He's going to settle it down for Troy Hickey. Hickey comes out behind Alex Hare. Now for Rosinski out through neutral ice. Backhand pass for Brian Pickett. Hops over a stick, and he's going to dump it in around behind Swiezdak. Here's Rosinski on the forecheck. Ambersat couldn't get it out. And the puck bounces out to center ice. And the Huskies have to regroup. Here's Nick Leon finding Joe Boris. Joe Boris now for Rosinski, left face-off circle, back for Boris, centering attempt for Pickett. And Leon controls through the legs, and it's going to be Masidi, Onga, Colarosi, and Talty. And Luca. Here's a shot into the breadbasket of hair off Masidi's stick. And he covers up. 55 left in on the power play. 16-14 left in the frame.
Yeah, just a really good job by ISU there on the forecheck. And almost got a 2-on-1, just ended up taking a shot. And good save by Hare there, making sure that we stay only down 3 goals. And like I said, this is very big. You got to get a goal here in the first 5 minutes of this period so they can get right back into this game.
Face off to the left of Hare, won by Mark Greenberg. Now finds Tyler Sukel out through center ice, gains the line in the Redbird zone. He stops near side half boards. Now to the right point for Hickey. Hickey takes a shot, and it's blocked out there by Gazzola. Johnson has his pass picked off there. Here's Sukel gaining the line, but he gets taken down, and the puck sneaks back into the neutral ice. Puck is battled for at the blue line, and Greenberg was off sides.
And you can see Coach Chuck Ronaldo there is not happy with that call.
And I think they had something going there. Greenberg and Sukel had an odd man rush in the zone, but referee calls it offsides, and we have to have a neutral zone face-off. Won by Parker Johnson over the Steel logo. Gains the line through his legs, avoids a check from Hickey. Here's a shot, almost went in on Hare, but he was there to make the save with the toe. Here's Sukel, no icing calls, he dumps it in. Here's Gazzola. Gazzola up off the glass, and he's going to clear it out to neutral ice. Here's Hickey, now he has to give away to Parker Johnson. And penalty is over, both teams are at full strength, and the Huskies are going to get a penalty here. Mark Greenberg, 2 minutes for hooking. With 15-18 left in the frame.
A lot of penalties here. I think the refs are, for me, they're trying to put themselves into the game. I mean, I understand that there's some bad penalties, but so far there's been, I think, 3 penalties in a row in this period. So, and you saw there, it was pretty funny. You saw that the puck went off the boards, and you saw all the coaches duck to make sure that they didn't get hit in the head again.
They're not going to take another one off the dome.
Yeah, but this is going to be the, I think, 4th power play for ISU. So
it is.
And I think they're one for 3 right now. So this is their 4th. We got to kill off this penalty right here.
And Pickett's going to go up off the glass, and he's going to send it all the way down. Here's Swiezdak. Here's side corner boards, and he's going to settle it down as Leon in a nice forecheck. Almost had a takeaway there. Controlled by Talty. Talty with Anderson on his wing. Now Rosales in the offensive zone. Talty controls at the slot. Here's a shot, and one-timer by Swiderski goes over the crossbar. Here's Nick Leon. Leon and Rosinski up on the rush. And a good back check by Talty to avoid an odd man rush for Northern. Now Ambersat has it. He takes a hit from Coletta, but he gets it in deep. Pickett's there to greet Ambersat. Now around for Hare. Around behind Hare. Centering pass for Talty from Anderson. And Ambersat far side corner boards. And this one's going to go out to neutral ice where Wicha can control. 55 left on the penalty kill here for Northern Illinois. 14-10 left in period 2. Parker Johnson almost got stood up by Coletta. And the puck is now taken by Johnson. Johnson and Reimel in the offensive zone. Back pass for Reimel over the glove side of Alex Hare. Now near side left point for Wicha. And Leon has the puck, or takes the puck away from Trent Webb. Reimel for Johnson, looking to get in the zone, but it was off a Husky stick. Now Ron Coletta backhands it out to neutral ice. Back and forth action here. Trent Webb for Reimel. Reimel has the pucks escape him, where Coletta can dump it in around behind Swiezdak. 10 seconds left on the power play for ISU. 13:28 left in the frame. ISU up 3-0. Here's Parker Johnson. Johnson in the zone. Centering pass for Reimel. Backhanded around by number 25, Kernbauer. And Alex Hare was up to the task. Here's Reimel. Penalty over. Both teams at full strength. ISU now 1 for 4 on the power play. Here's Johnson with a centering attempt, broken up there by Medzila and Hickey. Now Trent Webb, near side face-off circle. He circles with the puck. Webb gets it back. Cross-ice pass there for James Weecha. Centering attempt broken up there by Mark Greenberg. And he's going to go out to center ice where the Huskies can regroup. And they're going to need to go for a change here soon. This unit has been on the ice for a good minute. Here is Kernbauer. Kernbauer down for Johnson. Johnson avoids a check by Nedzla. Now Weecha with a shot from the point, and he makes the save, does Alex Hare. 12:29 left in the frame, 3-0 ISU.
So far, because of all these penalties, ISU is up 10-1 in shots right now. So really, they've just gotten all the shots on Hare. So far, Hare's having a good period in this first 7.5 minutes of the period. So, I mean, really just a good job and the penalty kill. The penalty kill did much better in this period, killing off 3 penalties in a row. So really good job by them.
Here's Kevin Schwartz around behind Alex Hare, looking for Maher, but Rosenberg picks the puck off at the left point. Alex Hare back to stick it around for Schwartz. Now for Brandon Maher. Maher has the puck taken away from him. And kept in by Neely. Neely for Masidi. And Rosenberg has it, takes a shot, and it gets blocked out in front. Pickett tried to spring Maher, but he couldn't do it. There's a shot, and it gets deflected up over the crossbar. Now Brian Pickett has it. Gorsica sticks it in. Looked like he might have gotten a stick on it. And I thought he did. No call by the ref. Icing is the call. 11:49 left.
I think he did get a stick on it, but I think it was just before he got over the red line. So I think that's why it might be an icing there.
And Pickett's asking the ref, why do I have to come off? I thought we tipped it in the zone.
Yep.
So nonetheless, 11:49 left here in period 2. Huskies trail 3-0 to Illinois State.
And you're seeing this fourth line out there a lot more than you did last weekend against ISU. And you like to see that because you like to see them trying to kind of get the stamina for everybody.
Here's Josh Ambersat, left corner boards. Picked off by Kevin Schwartz, and Pickett's going to send it all the way down. And the Huskies are going to go for a change. Here's Anderson into the zone. Anderson takes a shot, sticked in by Talty. Was trying to go glove side, and he couldn't bury it. Gazzola sends it in behind Alex Hare. Now Tim Talty has it, taken away by Brian Pickett. Pickett left face-off circle, sticked out of the air by Talty, and Gazzola sends it in again around Alex Hare. Kevin Schwartz backhand pass for Pickett. Now for Pounds. Pounds dances with the puck over the steel logo. He gets it in just as far as the top of the face-off circle. Bach can't keep it in. Now he backhands it, and he's going to go off for a change. Here's Rizala. Rizala comes out from behind Swiezdak. He finds Connor Anderson. Talty deflects it in the zone. LJ Skimeka gets it out to neutral ice. Now here's Gazzola. Again, dumps it in. He's going to go off for a change. LJ finds Boris. Now he finds Nedzila. And Leon's up on the rush with him too. And there's going to be a penalty coming up against Illinois State. Hooking, I believe, is the call. And it's going to be actually holding against Illinois State.
Yeah, good job on Nedzila there. Just a good hustle play, trying to get around the check of ISU, and just a good job to get that penalty for NIU. And now they're coming on their third power play for NIU here. So you got to get a power play here. Try to get back in this game and get your first goal of the game.
So at 9:40, the Huskies go back on the power play. Connor Anderson, 2 minutes for holding at 9:40.
Looks like it's going to be the first line of Brzezinski, Boris, Leon, Hickey, and Herland.
That first power play unit out on the ice for head coach Chuck Rinaldo. Here's Troy Herland now, right point for Hickey. Hickey looking for a shot. He finds Leon instead. It gets deflected over the crossbar of Swiezdak. Boris backhands it in behind for Leon. Now Brzezinski in on the forecheck. Here's Colarosi. He can't get it out. Good keep in there by Troy Herland. Herland back for Boris. Centering attempt for Brzezinski. ISU Redbird loses a stick. Hickey keeps it in. Now Brzezinski back for Leon. Leon centering pass. Score! Joe Boris in the first line does it again. And it's 3-1 on the power play.
Really just a great power play there. Brzezinski ended up getting over to Leon. Leon couldn't quite get the stick on it, so he ends up just passing it. A beautiful pass over to Boris, and there really wasn't a lot there that Swiderski could have done. Swazdak could have done. I mean, really just a great passing play there on the power play, and that's exactly what they needed. They needed to get their first goal of the game, get right back in this game, and now it's only 3-1 with 9:43 left in the second.
So 11-17, at 11-17, Boris buries a power play goal, and the Huskies are back into this game. Here's Trent Webb, sticked out by Mark Greenberg. Greenberg gets in the offensive zone, gets taken down, no penalty called. Everybody on the Husky bench thought it sure was. Here's Parker Johnson out through neutral ice, hurling in on his back. He takes him off the puck. Good check there by Troy Hurlin. Here's Nick Remley now, finds Troy Hurlin in through neutral ice. He gets his own, takes a shot, almost went glove side on Swiezdak. Now Sukel backhands it in around behind Swiezdak. Good hit there by Mark Greenberg. And you can tell the Huskies have some life. Here's Tyler Sukel, left point for Troy Hurlin, with a shot gets deflected up over the crossbar, where James Weecha can control. James Weecha out through neutral ice. Greenberg going for a change. Weecha with some speed, and it's going to be offsides. Reimel was off. 8:39 left. Huskies get a goal, 3-1.
Yeah, like you said, I mean, after that first goal, and it really the first goal of the weekend, you can just see that just put a jolt into the NIU Huskies. Really just a really great job, and you saw really a couple good hits there by Hurlin, by Greenberg, a lot of good hitting there. And now you're just seeing that they're gonna try to get some shots on goal and get another quick goal here for NIU.
Here's Troy Hickey. He controls off the face-off, but Anderson keeps it in the Husky zone. Now Rob Bach has it, sticked in by Pounds. No icing there. Rizala back to control. Here's Bach with a shot, and he didn't get much on it. But Swiezdak had to make the save. Out comes Josh Ambersat. Ambersat avoids a check from Hickey. Looking to backhand pass for Talty. Now Hickey's pass gets picked off by Connor Anderson. Fluttering a saucer backhand pass out in front was broken up by Troy. Now Tim Talty has it. Talty, cross ice, right, left face-off circle, back for Talty. Played catch there with Rizala. Here's LJ. LJ backhands it near side half boards. Bach takes a hit, and Hickey's going to get it out to center ice. Back in comes Carter Kernbauer. Kernbauer, the shot sticked away there to the near side half boards by Hare. Here's Gazzola. Now Tim Talty in the high slot, looking for centering a pass and a goal. The defense lost where Carter Kernbauer was. Talty found him, and the Huskies now trail again, 4-1.
Yeah, like you said, number 25. Like you said, they just lost Kernbauer. He was sitting right there to the left of Hare, and Hare didn't know where he was either, so he was out of position, and really just a good pass there by Tim Talty, and I think that's his 4th point of the game. 3 assists and 1 goal so far, so he's just having a great game, and that's Kernbauer's first goal. Just a good pass there. Bad job by the defense of the Huskies.
So 4-1, and there's going to be matching penalties here. LJ is in the box, and I think Carbone is in the box as well.
Yeah, I'm sure that they're probably roughing penalties there after the goal there. LJ, one of the tougher guys on NIU, always kind of, even though he's one of the smaller guys, he always makes good hip checks and always kind of stands up for his teammates if he needs to.
So a 4-on-4 hockey for 2 minutes. Nick Leon is in the zone, taken away by Anthony Luca. Puck at center ice. Now Justin Ruzynski has it. He looks for Brian Pickett. He's up on the rush. Centering. It's a big save by Swiezdak. Oh, good job of getting over to the post. And he denies. Here's Parker Johnson with Reimel up on the rush. Johnson looking. Centering attempt. And again, they can't find Reimel on that backside pass. Here's James Reimel now. In behind for Johnson. Johnson left face-off circle, Husky zone. Now he skates up to the left point. Down for Luca. Luca backhands it down far side half boards for James Reimel. Now it finds puck to the near side or far side half boards. Now into the corner. Now around behind Alex Hare. Kevin Schwartz and Weimel battle for the puck. 1 minute left on the 4-on-4. Here's Johnson back for Luca, right point. Now left point for Rosenberg. Rosenberg didn't get much on the shot. Here's another save by Alex Hare as Johnson was left wide open. And the whistle blows. 6:25 left in the frame. 52 seconds left on the 4-on-4.
And you actually saw 67 Jordan Leach coming out of the locker room right there. I'm not sure if he had an injury problem or...
I think it was equipment. I think he was
okay.
something with the skate.
Okay. Yeah, because you just saw him come out there with 6:25 left in the second, down 4-1, still on the 4-on-4 for about another 50 seconds here with both teams.
Here's a face-off win by Illinois State, now controlled by Troy Hurlin. Hurlin has it, and he's going to try to find Greenberg. He tips it in, so no icing. Swiesdak has to come back and play it. Here's Tyler Sukel, takes a hit, makes a play. Now around behind Swiesdak. Here's Coletta with a shot, and Swiesdak gets hit up high, and he makes the save. That looked like it stunned him.
Yeah,
but a good save there by Swiesdak.
Yeah, I think that got him. It looked like it maybe got him in the mask or right up in the chin, like you said, kind of stunned him there. And he ended up just trying to cover the puck up there and get a face-off to the right of him. And it's still going to be Greenberg, Sukel, Hurlin, and Coletta out there on the 4-on-4 for 26 seconds left in the 4-on-4 here.
Here's Sukel. He loses the face-off, controlled by James Weicha. Weicha has it out through center ice, over the steel logo, and he gains possession of the puck. In on the forecheck was Troy Hurlin. Now Coletta has it. 10 seconds left on the 4-on-4. 5:41 left. And that's going to be icing as Coletta is not happy with himself there. 5:38 left in the frame. 5 seconds left on the 4-on-4.
Yeah, you saw Coletta. He just wasn't happy with himself. He's going to have to go back out because it's an icing. Trying to find Greenberg on the near side over here, but just couldn't quite find him, and they're going to have to go back out there.
So faceoff's going to be to the left of Alex Hare. It'll be Anderson and Sukel. Anderson wins the faceoff, but it goes out to neutral ice. That's going to do it. Both teams are at full strength. LJ's out of the box, looking for Greenberg, but Connor Anderson controls. Now for Josh Ambersad. Ambersad in, centering attempt broken up there by Ron Coletta. Now Anderson with another shot and blocked out in front by Tyler Sukel. Here's Sukel. Tim Talty bothers him there, but Troy Hurlin comes out with it. And he's going to dump it in, and the Huskies are going to go for a change. Here's Gazzola for Ambersat. Remley takes his man off the puck. Here's Nick Remley trying to go through a shot through Gazzola's skates. Greenberg then fans on a shot. And it's kept in by LJ. LJ swings it in around behind Swiezak near half boards for Nick Leon. Nick Leon bothered there by Gazzola. Hickey with a shot blocked out, or sticked out in front by Connor Anderson. Anderson now to the slot for Ambersat. He takes a shot, sticked away near side half boards up off the glass by Alex Hare. Anderson, he avoids a check, now gets it in deep. LJ on top of him. Far side half boards now taken by Johnson, or excuse me, that's Rizala. And Rizala keeps it in. Good keep there by ISU. Now Hickey gets it out to neutral ice. Webb trying to get it in, went up off the glass. And Connor Anderson can control back in the Redbird zone. 4 minutes left in the frame. Huskies still trail by 3, 4-1. Boris with a power play goal at 11:17. Here's Troy Hickey now. He has a giveaway to Colarosi. And Rusinski comes out with it. Rusinski trying to go through the skates. Nick Leon trying to get to the puck. Webb on top of Rusinski near side corner boards, Redbird zone. Here's Boris with a weak backhand shot, goes wide on Swiezdak. Trent Webb is back to regain possession. Now for Carter Kernbauer. Kernbauer, right face-off circle, takes a shot, and it's saved by Alex Hare, and Hickey didn't like that his man took another whack. Kernbauer and now Skameka in on the scuffle. And there are definitely going to be some penalties here. Is Box trying to draw another penalty?
Yeah, looks like he, like you said, Hickey was not happy with his man Number 34 again, who's already had about a Carbone, who's already had, I think, 1 or 2 penalties tonight. He did not like that he took another whack at him, and he just took him down to the ice. But it actually looks like it's going to be number 25, Kernbauer, for ISU that goes in the box, and Hickey and LJ for NIU.
So it looks as though ISU is going to come away with this with a power play.
Yep.
And I'm going to guess all of them are roughing calls.
Yeah, I would say yeah, because that was after the whistle, and unless maybe one could be instigating, maybe.
Yeah.
By LJ or Hickey there.
So at 16:29, Hickey and LJ are in the box, along with Carter Kernbauer.
I wanted to make an interesting point here that Coach Chuck Ronaldo, he's one of the few coaches I know that makes maybe more changes than Coach Q, because on the defensive side, you always see different defensemen out there with each other. Obviously, the forwards usually stay together, but as defensemen, he always switches it up during the game. He's the only one that I know of that switches more than
As
Q.
much as he does.
Yeah, Coach Q switches as much, probably every period almost, and that's what a lot of people don't like about him, because he always switches so that there's no chemistry in the lines. But, but if your line isn't working, then you gotta switch it up and try to get some more chemistry into it.
So there's 2 minutes up for Hickey.
I think it's going to be fighting penalties on LJ and Kernpower for ISU and NIU. So it's just going to be, I think, one minor penalty.
So the ISU is going to go back on the power play for the 5th time. They're 1 for 4 so far tonight. Here's Rosala down low. Now puck comes around behind Alex here. Schwartz is there to take it, and he's going to clear it down the length of the ice. 1:48 left in the power play. 3:16 left in second period. It's going to be Swiderski now round behind Swiezdak. Swiezdak over for Ambersat. Now Anderson has it. Rosinski looking for Pickett, and he couldn't find the puck. Connor Anderson, skate to stick, gets in. Good back check there by Rosinski, but he can't get it out. Here's Rosal. The shot goes off the goalpost, off the glove side. Here's Ambersat now. Right point now for Talty. He fakes the shot, and there's going to be a penalty here.
Should be goaltender interference on Anderson there.
And you see Rosinski getting into it, and usually you don't see Justin getting in too many of those scrums.
Yeah, he's almost like a Jonathan Taves, Patrick Kane. He's one of your stars. You don't like to see him getting into fights. But he did not like what...
Now Pickett's getting in there.
Well, and like Coach Ronaldo said, this has been a rival since he was back in college with NIU, so... This has been a rival for a while, so you're gonna see a lot of players not like each other, and not like what they're doing out there. So, and looks like it's gonna be a penalty on Brian Pickett.
Well, Pickett went
to the bench.
Anderson's gonna go to the bench, and it looks like there might be. No, there's Pickett.
Yeah,
Pickett's going in.
That's what I thought. Yeah, because I think those are gonna be fighting majors there, with Pickett and Connor Anderson.
And Swiderski's going to go to the penalty box.
A lot of penalties here late in the second period. A lot of people in that bench. They don't even have enough seats in there.
Yeah. So Pickett, Hickey, LJ in the box. Anderson, Kernbauer, and Swiderski in the box for ISU. 2:45 left in period 2. Huskies obviously not going to go on the power play here, I don't think.
Yeah, I highly doubt it. I think those were just fighting majors with Pickett and Swiderski.
So Pickett and Swiderski roughing calls. And I think goaltender interference.
So it's going to be a 4-on-4 then, for about a minute 15 seconds,
yep.
And then NIU is going to get about 45 seconds of power play time.
So ISU remains 1 for 5 on the power play. Well, 4-on-4 hockey for a minute 15, and the Huskies will get a power play for 45 seconds to close out period number 2.
And it looks like it's going to be Coletta, Troy Herlin, Rosinski, and Leon that's going to stay out there, and Kevin Schwartz is going to come off. And it's going to be Johnson,
Rosenberg, Reimel, and Luca.
Yep. You're much faster with the names than me. So.
Well, when they have the names on the jerseys,
I
it
know,
helps out a lot.
That helps out a lot, yeah.
Here's Ron Coletta now, back for Herlin over center ice. Rosinski gains the line. Now looking for Leon near side corner boards in the Redbird zone. He battles with Rosenberg and Reimel. Reimel wins the board battle. And tried to keep it in was Herlin and Coletta, but they couldn't do it. Here's Parker Johnson. Johnson in, looking for Reimel. There's a centering attempt he's looking for. Rosenberg was in on the play, so was Reimel. But Herlin doing a good forecheck job on him, did not allow him. Here's Rosenberg now, left point. Sticked away there by Ron Coletta. Ron Coletta gets taken down, but he makes a play. But good keep in by Luca. Here's Parker Johnson. Good takeaway from Troy Herlin. Now Nick Leon has it. Leon out through the neutral ice. Good stick there by Anthony Luca. Here's James Reimel now. Reimel has a step, and Leon, good job coming back and taking the puck away from him. Here's Kevin Schwartz. Up off the glass from Rosinski's stick. But Reimel regains the puck. Left faceoff circle, Husky zone. He battles in with Nick Leon, Justin Rosinski. Leon wins the puck, comes out through neutral ice. He's going to dump it in, go for a change. Huskies are on the power play with 40 seconds left. Here's Luca now, looking for Carbone. Schwartz gets it, backhands it over for Troy Hickey in front of the Redbird bench. Now backhands it for Schwartz, for Greenberg, but it's taken by Rosenberg. Now Greenberg takes it away from him. And the offensive takes a shot, goes up over the crossbar. Had a little room there, and he couldn't bury it. 1 minute left in the period, 15 seconds left on the power play. Here's Troy Hickey. Hickey back for Schwartz, looking for Remley. Hickey gets it up for Sukel. Sukel gets it in the offensive zone. Here's Mark Greenberg, centering attempt for Remley, but it's picked off there by Carbone. Both teams are at full strength.
And Greenberg should have just took the shot there. He's looking for the extra pass, but he couldn't get it with the good forecheck there by
Here's
ISU.
Anderson. There's a shot blocked away by Troy Hickey. Good defensive move there. And it's going to go into the Illinois State bench. And all players are out of the penalty box. So both teams are at full strength. Huskies are now 1 for 4, and ISU is 1 for 5.
So far, both penalty kills are doing very well. Letting only one power play goal each. So far, I mean, we got to do better at the power play. We got to get some more goals, get back into this game for the Huskies. And we can't be looking for the extra pass like Greenberg just did. Take the shot. Try to get some shots on goal.
Good point.
Don't just try for the extra pass.
And I think that's what gets the Huskies in trouble all the time. Like Coach Ronaldo said, I think it was yesterday or last weekend, they just try to force shots. And they try to force passes instead of just take what they got.
Yep.
So it'll be Leach back out on the ice. He was off for most of the first period for equipment repair. Now Weecha has it, and that's going to do it for period number 2. Huskies trailing Illinois State 4-1 after 40 minutes of play. The lone goal for the Huskies came at 11:17. Joe Boris on the power play. And a second period goal by Tim Talty would be a hat trick for him in his 4th point of the night at 12:27 of period number 2. Duffy, a little bit better second period.
Yeah.
However, both teams took 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 penalties combined. There's still a little trash talking going on as both teams are coming up off the ice.
But yeah, like you were saying, a much better period there in the second. Much better job by Alex Hare. I think he, again, NIU allowed about 14 shots on goal, and he only allowed 1 in, so much better period by Alex Hare there. Good job on the power play, getting a power play goal, trying to get back in the game. But it's still down 3 goals, so you gotta do much better on the offensive side. You gotta get some just shots on goal because in that second period, I think we only had 7 shots on goal. So not very good. Got to get some more shots on ISU here, and just try to get some pucks in the net, because that's the only way you're going to get back in this game.
As the coaches and some of the players of ISU still talking with the referees, but now everybody's off the ice, and Boney comes on. Huskies trail 4-1 after 40 minutes of play. You're listening to Huskies Hockey on the NIU Huskies Hockey Radio Network.
When I grow up, I want to be a new pair of blue jeans.
When I grow up, I want to be a kid's first computer.
I want to be a warm place on a
I
cold
want to be
day.
a football
I want to be a
stadium.
bike that races around the country.
I want to be a bench on a forest trail.
When I grow up, I don't want to be a piece of garbage. And if you recycle me, I won't be.
Give your garbage another life. Recycle. Learn how at iwanttoberecycled.org. Brought to you by Keep America Beautiful and the Ad Council.
Gunzo's is your non-stop shop for all things hockey. Gunzo's carries all major brands such as Bauer, Easton, Reebok, Nike, CCM, and Ward. Gunzo's caters to not only players, but to teams as well, with the ability to take team orders. Gunzo's can customize jerseys, socks, t-shirts, warm-ups, and hockey bags. They have 3 convenient Chicagoland locations in River Forest, Morton Grove, and Chicago. Gunzo's is also the official equipment supplier of the Northern Illinois Huskies. Gunzo's Hockey Headquarters, where you will be treated like a pro.
A boy born in Joplin, Missouri was fascinated by anything with wheels and a motor. The odds of him going on to fascinate millions with his talent, 1 in 260,000. The odds of him having 15 career NASCAR victories, 1 in 1.7 million. The odds of a child being diagnosed with autism, 1 in 88.
When I have an asthma attack, I feel scared. It's kind of like an elephant is on my chest. I feel like I'm choking. Sometimes my parents have to take me to the hospital.
You know how to react to their asthma attacks. Here's how to prevent them. Visit www.noattacks.org or call your doctor, because even one attack is one too many.
I feel like a fish with no water.
Brought to you by the EPA and the Ad Council.
Hey, you're sitting around listening to the radio when you could be on it. You think I'm kidding? The Illinois Center for Broadcasting is looking for people just like you to enroll for classes right now. Stop wishing you were on the air and get down to making it happen. At ICB, students are trained by some of the best and brightest professionals in the industry. And not only that, you'll learn the ins and outs of both radio and TV. You'll be ready to take the airwaves by storm. There couldn't be a better time than now to hop on to beonair.com and fill out that application. It only takes a few minutes, and when you're done, you'll have taken the first step to getting on a fast track to your dreams. Once again, that's beonair.com, or you can call 630-916-1700. Classes are filling up fast, though, so you'd better get going. So what are you still doing here? Go now. 630-916-1700 or visit beonair.com. The Illinois Center for Broadcasting, where broadcasting careers begin.
Green light. Hey girl. School zone. I'm getting hungry. Car changing lanes. You want to meet me for pizza? Stop sign. Intersection clear. Yeah. Street. Pizza sounds good. Ballin Street? Girl in Street!
It's hard to concentrate on 2 things at once, like texting and driving. Stop the text, stop the wrecks. How will you stop texting and driving? Tell us at stoptextstopwrecks.org. Brought to you by the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration and the Ad Council.
Let's send it back to Stephen and Marcus on the NIU Huskies Hockey Radio Network. We're back here on the NIU Huskies Hockey Radio Network. Huskies trail by 3, 4-1. After 40 minutes of play, the lone Husky goal came at 11:27 on the power play. Joe Boris was set up by Justin Rosinski and Nick Leon, so that first line and first power play unit continues to stay hot. However, there were 11 penalties in that period between the two teams. A lot of fighting, not like fist fighting, but a lot of scrums, a lot of extra hits and things going on after the whistle had blown. I think like Ricky, Leon's girlfriend, she comes up and talks to us between periods. And like she said, if they don't fight after that goal, they had all the momentum, and they just let it slip away.
Yeah, because, I mean, when you have all that momentum, you can't You can't be fighting like that because then that just takes the momentum away and that puts players in the box that you don't want in the box, like Troy Hickey and LJ, and Brian Pickett was in there as well. So you just can't do that. You got to keep the momentum going. You got to get some shots on goal. And like you said, after that first goal that they got, they had a lot of momentum and a lot of energy, and they just kind of let it slip away, like you said. And just really you got to do a better job of keeping that momentum going.
So the Huskies get trail 4-1 after 40 minutes. Alex Hare made some big saves. So did Swiezdak. I mean, he made some sprawling saves to stone, I think, Rosinski once, Greenberg a couple times.
Yep.
But you got to give credit to both goaltenders, really keeping their teams in play. However, that one goal by who was it? Kernbauer? No, was it Talty? Or no, Kernbauer scored that goal,
right?
It was Kernbauer.
Talty passed it to him from a great pass across the slot, and nobody was even watching Kernbauer.
That's exactly what I was going to say.
Yeah.
They lost both of them.
Yeah, so really just bad defense there. And even Alex Hare, I don't even think he saw Kernbauer over there. He wasn't paying attention, so he was out of position, and Kernbauer just had a wide open net. Really just a good job by Talty getting across the crease. A bad job by the defense. So that's how they got their goal in that period, but still only down 3 goals. You could still get back into this game if you get a couple quick goals here coming in the period.
Well, it's time during the second intermission. We always go through the NCAA football scores, so we'll send it over to Stephen Duffy for an update on those teams.
Thank you, Marcus. And in case you're a U of I fan, they ended up losing 60-35.
Yeah.
So not a lot of defense on that team, and they're 3-7 now. Miami's actually losing to Duke right now, 28-27, but I think they just scored a touchdown, so I think it's going to be tied 28-28. Miami's tie is ranked number 23, but they've been kind of on a downfall the last couple weeks. Michigan State is up 20-7 on Nebraska right now. They're ranked number 16. Oklahoma State is beating Texas pretty handily, 31-13. Both ranked. Oklahoma State 12, Texas 24, so that was supposed to be a good game, but Oklahoma State is taking control of that game. Florida State is beating Syracuse right now pretty handily, 45-0. That's probably going to be the team that you see going against Alabama if everybody can stay undefeated. Auburn is winning against Georgia right now, 27-10. Georgia just had too many injuries, and even though that's both teams are ranked, Auburn was picked, I think, by 3 or 4 points in the game, and they're winning pretty handily there. Oregon only up 10 at the half against Utah, 17-7, so they got to get back on track. And then the games tonight, South Carolina playing Florida. They're ranked number 10 at 6. Baylor playing against Texas Tech at 6, ranked number 5. Louisville playing at 6, ranked number 20. Alabama playing Mississippi State. Arizona State versus Oregon State. Stanford against USC. That's going to be the big one because that's on ABC. And then Wisconsin beat Indiana 51-3. Oklahoma beat Iowa State 48-10. UCF won 39-36. And in case you missed the NIU game, they won 48-27 over the week. They played on Wednesday night. So really just good job by NIU, and they really should be ranked higher because they're undefeated. They're undefeated right now. But
you're a pretty good, knowledgeable football guy.
Yeah.
Do you think with that win now over a pretty good team in Ball State that they should be considered for some kind of BCS bowl?
If they can stay undefeated the whole year, they're going to get a BCS bowl because obviously it's all about strength of schedule.
Yeah.
And really they haven't played a lot of,
which is not fair.
Yeah.
I don't think.
I don't know. I think it kind of is fair, but I mean, I don't know. I mean, NIU, they're undefeated right now. If they can stay undefeated, they'll obviously get a BCS bowl, probably against a really good team, and they'll get to show people why they should have got a higher rank. But right now, I mean, a lot of people aren't too happy that the quarterback on NIU is getting a lot of Heisman looks.
He should.
He really should be, but I mean, just because I think he hasn't really had that big game, like against any big teams, I think that's why. But those are your scores. And again, hockey and again basketball tonight. The Bulls are playing again tonight against the Indiana Pacers off the back-to-back. So let's hope that Derrick Rose can come back. And that's going to be a good game right there.
Well, now it's my turn to do the NHL scoreboard. No games currently going on, but a pretty full docket tonight. Detroit visits the Islanders. Pittsburgh is in New Jersey. Buffalo, after cleaning house, firing their head coach, assistant coaches, and hiring Pat LaFontaine as their general manager, take on Toronto. New York visits Montreal. Tampa Bay visiting Phoenix. Two very good teams in both conferences. Carolina and St. Louis. Florida takes on Colorado. Edmonton and Calgary. And Chicago visits Nashville with Chris Versteeg making his first start as a Hawk since the 2010 season.
After this game, I'm going to rush home so I can watch the Bulls and Blackhawks tonight.
Yes.
It's going to be a good night of Chicago hockey and Chicago basketball. But it's really going to be good to watch Versteeg. I'm going to really be looking forward to seeing him back in a Blackhawks uniform and the Michael Jordan number. I like that, and I'm really looking forward to seeing how he does with Shaw and Bickle on that third line.
And he said in an interview I watched this morning, he said he feels comfortable. He played against Shaw. He knows how much of an instigator he is, and he knows that Bickle can produce like he is, and he's just ready to come back and play for the Hawks, and he never wanted to leave. He said his heart was in Chicago, and basically he hinted that he wants to end his career as a Hawk.
I mean, I think he'll probably take less money. If he really does have his heart set on Chicago, he'll probably take less money in a couple years when his contract's up. And remember, Florida's going to be paying for half of his contract, $2.2 million, and we're paying for the other $2.2 million. So they obviously wanted to just get rid of him, probably because, like you said, the injury-prone. He's kind of injury-prone, so he hasn't been doing a lot down in Florida. But let's hope now that he, like you said, his heart's back in Chicago. He's on that third line with Shaw and Bickle. Let's hope that he comes back and plays much better at Chicago.
Well, we're going to take our second and final break here at the intermission report. When we come back, we'll have period 3 action here at the Edge Ice Arena in Bentonville. Huskies trail by 3, 4-1. You're listening to Huskies Hockey on the NIU Huskies Hockey Radio Network.
It's Thursday night, and you're grabbing drinks with some friends. Started off with a pitcher for the table, which quickly becomes 2. There's pool. And there's the photo booth.
All right, everybody squeeze in. Say cheese!
Followed naturally by an order of wings. And another.
Can we get some extra ranch sauce?
Then there's the ceremonial nightcap.
So what are we doing this weekend?
And lastly, it's back to the car, which, if you're buzzed, could be the most expensive night of your life. Getting pulled over for buzzed driving could cost you around $10,000 in fines, legal fees, and increased insurance rates. Nothing kills a buzz like getting pulled over for buzzed driving, because buzzed driving is drunk driving. Brought to you by the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration and the Ad Council.
Over here at jamsonair.com, we play anything and everything. You might hear... Or how about this tasty track? We have them all. Well, maybe not that. Jamsonair.com. Radio when you want it.
We know balancing family, friends, work, and free time keeps you busy. We want to help you start your day off right. Whether you're visiting for business or for pleasure, you'll always get a clean and fresh Hampton bed. Free high-speed internet access, free hot breakfast served daily with fresh baked waffles and hearty oatmeal with toppings, friendly, helpful service, and much more. For one rate. Guaranteed. If you're not satisfied, we don't expect you to pay. That's our commitment and your guarantee. That's 100% Hampton. Go to hamptoninn.com to find the nearest location. Hampton Inn & Suites, the official hotel of NIU Hockey.
Let's send it back to Stephen and Marcus on the NIU Huskies Hockey Radio Network. And they're back here on the NIU Huskies Hockey Radio Network. Huskies and Redbirds. Redbirds up 4-1 here after 40 minutes of play at the Edge Ice Arena in Bensonville. As ISU's back out onto the ice. Still a lot of tension between the two teams. You kind of saw that when they were going off the ice. Still a lot of jawing going on between the two squads.
I mean, like we said, this is a rival, so you got to expect that from these two teams. And one game I forgot to mention, Northwestern. In case you're a Northwestern fan, they're up 6-3 right now. So just a quick update on that. But yeah, like you said, just like we've been saying, this is a rival, so there's going to be some fighting, and you got to expect that. But NIU's got to come out here, get a goal or two early in this period to try to get back in this game, like they tried to do last period. But then they ended up losing all that momentum after getting that first goal, and you can't lose that momentum when you come back and get a goal or two here in the period.
Well, another side note there for the Hawks game. Hawks are in first. 13-2-4, 30 points. Nashville's in last, 8-9-2 with 18 points. And I believe the Nashville's going to give the start tonight to former Hawk Carter Hutton.
Yeah, and I think that Javi Bulin, your favorite goalie, is going to get
don't get me started. Don't get me started. Yeah, Javi's going to get the start tonight.
If he can't get a good start against the worst team in the league, then there really is no hope for him this year.
I mean, they need to really
But it depends on what he does tonight, because it's going to be against the worst team in the league, and we're the best. So we're going to see how good he does, and if he can do good, maybe he'll get a couple more starts.
I think you'll see him at least 2 or 3 times on that road trip, on the circus trip.
Yeah.
So it'll be Anderson and Rosinski in the face-off circle. Anderson wins it, but controlled by Joe Boris, and we're underway here in period number 3. LJ Skameka around behind Alex Hare, followed there by Ambersat. And the puck jumps free along the glass, along the boards.
That was really weird.
Yeah, that rode the boards for a good 10 feet. Yeah, offsides is the call. And the puck comes back out to neutral ice, taken now by Luca. Cross ice for Trent Webb. Webb over the steel circle. Good move by him. There's a shot blockered away there by Hare. Another shot, and it's loose. And Hare just lackadaisical makes the save. Here comes Joe Boris out through neutral ice. Bothered there by Trent Webb. Boris gets in, and Rosinski was tied up, so he couldn't get a shot off. Now Boris and Luca battle in behind Swiezak. Boris' centering attempt is picked off by Talty. Talty around behind for Webb. And ISU is going to come out with it. Webb out through neutral ice. He sends it in. And they're going to go for a change. Kept in by Carter Kernbauer. Here's Nick Leon. Around behind Hare. Picked off there. Centering attempt out in front. Hare has to poke check that one away. Now the puck finds itself to the far side half boards. Husky zone. And it's going to be Colarossi getting the puck for Kernbauer. Now left point for Ambersay. There's a shot into the glove of Hare. He covers up. 18:25 left in the game. Period number 3, 4-1 ISU.
And I've been counting up the tallies. And in the first period, it was 6-7 in the face-offs. Second period, 8-9. So far, 16-14 overall in the face-offs. And ISU has had 28 shots in the first 2 periods, and we've only had 16. So we got to do much better on the shot count.
Here's James Weicha. Weicha finds Kernbauer. Now he gets it back from Kernbauer. Weicha spins around, avoids a check. Goes up the boards for Carter Kernbauer. Kernbauer looking for Colarossi, but finds Carbone instead. Here's a shot off the goalpost again from Colarossi, and Hare gets saved by the post again. That's the second time in this game. Here's Coletta and Kernbauer battling for the puck. Here they still battle, and it's going to be Sukel getting the puck all the way down. That's going to be icing called, and the whistle blows. 17:37 left in period number 3. Huskies trail 4-1.
Yeah, and the refs are trying to let NIU know that it was an icing, so can't get off the ice.
Face-off going to be to the right of Hare, and the Huskies need to dig deep here. They don't want to lose their 3rd straight game.
Yeah, and right now we only have 1 goal throughout the whole
weekend.
Really the first 5 periods of the weekend. So we got to do better on the offense. We got to get some more shots on goal.
All right, here's Rosala. Right point takes a shot, blocked down front. Rebound given up by Hare, but picked up by Nick Remley. Nick Remley gets it in the zone. He's going to go for a change. Sweedstack backhands it over for Reimel. Now Reimel up through center ice for Swiderski. Swiderski avoids a hip check, but he looked like he was going to, but Schwartz was there to take him off the puck. Here's Kevin Schwartz looking for Bach, and he's going to dump it in around behind Swiezak near side half boards. Now Reimel's got it, Redbird zone. Cross ice pass there for Leach. Leach from Reimel. Now Johnson has it. It's a shot, and it goes off the back of the net. It almost looked like it went in. And now Nedzla has it. Here's Swiderski, and he sends it in deep. Centering attempt picked off by Pounds. Now Schwartz has it. All right, face-off circle out through the neutral ice for Bach, but Ambersat takes it away. Rosala for Johnson. Now he gives it up for Reimel. Reimel, centering attempt, saved by Alex Hare. Stuff attempt. Referee blows the play dead as he lost sight of the puck. 16:20 left in the game. 4-1. And right before you say D3 lost 7-4 last night. They played tonight against Robert Morris Springfield in the John Street rink at 8 o'clock.
Yeah, and D3 they really got to get back on track. I mean, I still don't think they have a win for this year. They have one win?
Yep,
Okay.
Northwestern, I believe.
Okay, so they have one win this year. That must have been on the weekend.
Yeah.
That we were on the off weekend, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so they got one win, but they really got to get back on track, try to get some wins.
But it doesn't help that they only have 12 guys.
Yeah, they are really short-handed down there. I mean, I'm really surprised they didn't allow more tryouts to come into the team.
I'm not sure what it is, but last night Jessica got this start. She looked really good. I mean, the whole team looked good through the first 40 minutes, but when you only have 12 guys, here's Rosinski out in front. Now Boris takes a shot off the goalpost as Swiesdak wasn't sure where that went. Now Amberstead has his pass picked off. Now Luca has it. Off the boards and around for for Trent Webb, excuse me. Gotta keep yawning here. I gotta stop it. That one gets hits a player on the ISU bench. 15:45 left. But as I was saying, they look good through the first 40 minutes. When you have such a short bench with only 12 guys, you get tired really quick.
Oh yeah, well, and you gotta like that on this team that we have 7 defensemen and 4 forward lines, so you can get that stamina and you don't have only 12 guys on the bench. So
here's Connor Anderson, backhands it up off the glass. Troy Hickey's there to take the puck. Now for Nick Leon. Leon tries to go through the skates of Anderson, now through the stick of Talty. And finally it gets deep. Here's Luca and Rosinski battling into the right of Swiesdak. Boris centers it, but it's picked off there by Webb. Now Boris has it, looking for a backhand shot. Where is it? Can't find it, and it's in! Justin Rosinski gets the goal! And it's 4-2 ISU.
Yeah, and you said that Swiesdak couldn't even find a really tough backhand shot there from Boris. That was a really hard backhand shot. You don't see too many hard backhand shots like that. And it just ended up getting over the shoulder pad of Swiesdak, and Rosinski was right there for the stuff attempt. And I think the refs are going to make sure that they all agree that it was a goal, but I'm pretty sure it's going to be before the net came off the moorings.
And I think it is. So it's Rosinski from Boris and Leon. I believe those are the 2 assists.
And again, it's that first line. I mean, we got to get some other scoring besides that first line. That first line is the only one that have really created chances in this period and the last 2 periods as well.
So at 3:44, the Huskies climb within 2, and look what line they got out there. It's Joush, Gorsica, and Maher. 4th line out with Coletta and Herlin. Here's Leach now, coming out through neutral ice, gets a stick in the gloves by Joush. Here's a shot and a save by Alex Hare off the stick of Jordan Leach. As Masidi gives a hit for Herlin, he takes another one. Joush now for Maher, and there's going to be a hand pass called on ISU, I believe. Whistle stops play, 14:56. Huskies now trail by 2, 4-2.
Oh, sorry. I was listening
You're
to that
zoning
song.
out?
I was listening to that song. It's an awesome song. Sorry.
Face-off won by Illinois State, sent in. Coletta has it now around behind Hare. Backhands at far side corner boards for Maher. Joush takes a hit, or gives a hit, excuse me. Here's Ron Coletta now. Out through center ice, looking for Joush in on Swiesdak. Looking for a center tap, shooting, the net came off its moorings, but Swiesdak stoned Maher. 14:33 left in the game.
Great pass by Coletta there, all the way up to Joush. And Joush made a great pass to Maher. That would have been Maher's first point and a first goal of the year. So really just a good job by Swiesdak there, just putting up the wall there and stopping Maher. And Maher was not happy with himself there, but the coaches are kind of patting him on the head, saying, good job, nice chance there. And it looks like it's going to be a timeout.
Illinois State's going to take the timeout, yep.
By ISU. They're probably trying to slow down their players a little bit and trying to get back, trying to get them that momentum off of NIU.
So 14:33 left in the game. 4-2 is your score in favor of Illinois State. Maher just got stoned by Swiesdak, almost made it 4-3, but now you can see Northern Illinois has the momentum after the good board battle by Boris, and he found Rosinski out in front of the net.
And don't forget that NIU is playing again tomorrow. I know that it's only going to be the only Sunday game that we play, but they're playing again tomorrow against Robert Morris at 5 o'clock. So don't miss that.
Yep.
And try to listen to us then as well.
Just go to NIUhockey.com, click the Ustream link on the top of the page, and you'll come right to the broadcast. 5 o'clock game. There's a shot by Leon. It just goes wide off the face-off win. 5 o'clock game will be on the air at about 4:50. Here's Swiderski, far side. Pickett gives a hit. Leon in on Swiderski. 20-foot shot by Rosinski. Had to be careful. Was Swiesdak. Here's Schwartz now for Boris. Now he finds Rosinski. Here's Rosinski. The shot pass saved by Swiesdak, and it's loose, and Leon can't bury it. Here comes Johnson. Johnson with Rosenberg up on his wing. Taking off the puck there, and Hare has to stick that one to the right point. Here's another shot, and it goes wide. Now Rosenberg, left point in front of the Husky bench, sends it down low, half boards. Here's Swiderski, back for Reimel. Reimel's got it. Rosenberg gets the puck at the left point. He takes a shot, gets deflected out by Pickett. Now Rosinski has it. He battles in with Reimel and Swiderski. Swiderski, left face-off circle. Now in the dot. Leaves it for Reimel. He has the puck. Now the right face-off circle for Rizala. He takes a shot, gets blocked out by Rosinski. Here's Parker Johnson now. Schwartz takes his man off the puck. And Rosinski can't quite get it out, and finally he does to Nick Leon. Nick Leon's going to dump that one in, take a hit, and go for a change. Back is Rosenberg. Rosenberg has his pass deflected off of Greenberg. Now Nick Remley with a shot, and he blocked it away, did Swiesdak. Greenberg centering attempt for Remley, didn't quite get there. Greenberg has the puck, far side half boards. Now Nick Remley. Sukel trying to take it away from him, but Carbone controls. Now Colarosi, his pass is picked off there by Troy Hickey. Carbone back for Luca, now for Webb. Webb up off the boards, and no icing calls, is deflected in by Carter Kernbauer. Here's Alex Hare for Skimeka. Now Greenberg looking for Tyler Sukel. And it's going to go up into the Redbird zone. And the Huskies go for a change. 12:18 left in the frame. Huskies find themselves down by 2. As the net came off its moorings, I think Webb might have had a blowout of his skate and knocked the net off the moorings. 12:13 left in the game.
Yeah, and like we've been saying, this third line of Bach, Nizila, and Brian Pounds, they had a goal last weekend, actually. They're one of the few goals that this second and third line and fourth lines had, besides the first line, and it was by Rob Bach. And you got to hope that they get back into the scoring sheet this weekend, and especially tonight, down 2 goals. You got to get some scoring from other lines besides that first line if you want to get back into this game.
So I think they're trying to figure out if it's a neutral zone faceoff or an offensive zone faceoff, and it will be offensive zone faceoff for the Huskies to the right of Swiesdak. Huskies down by 2. Face-off one by Carbone. Luca gets it around. Here's Troy Hickey now, centering attempt picked off there by Anthony Luca. Luca out through the neutral ice in front of the Husky zone and Huskies bench. Luca gets in, center attempt and a shot, a big save by Hare. Oh, he went post to post on that one, and he's made some good pad saves in this game. Right point for Webb. Now near side half boards down for Kernbauer. Here's Skimeka, far side corner boards. Here's Nedzla. Now he avoids a check. Here's Trent Webb cutting in. That's deflected out by Brian Pounds. Far side half boards in front of the Huskies bench. Luca backhands it in, far side corner boards. Here's Kernbauer now. Kernbauer gets into the referee, and out comes Neds. Nedzla has it out through neutral ice, trying to get it deep. And he does. Webb bothered there by Pounds. Webb up for Anderson. Anderson now for Ambersat. Ambersat sends it in around far side half boards. Kept in by Connor Anderson. Here is Troy Hurlin now for Nick Leon. Nick Leon gets in the zone, has a shot, and it's deflected off by Leach. And back is Weicha. Weicha for Leach. Bothered there by Boris. Now Nick Leon has it. Sends it in far side corner boards. Taken by Weicha. Weicha comes out of his own zone. But picked off there nicely by Rosinski. He takes a shot, saved there by Sweetstack, and Boris was there for the rebound, but he couldn't bury it. And I think it was knocked down with a high stick, so an offensive zone draw coming up for Illinois State. 10:32 left in the game, 4-2 Huskies,
And
or
that
4-2 ISU.
Yeah, and that offensive chance all got started from Rosinski, staying at the blue line, just taking the puck away. Really just a great job and getting the 2-on-1, and Boris almost ended up getting it in the net after Sweetsack gave up a rebound there, but just couldn't quite get a stick on it.
Face off to the left of Hare, won by ISU. Here's Leach with a shot blockered away nicely by Alex Hare. Here's Nick Leon up on the rush with Boris and Rosinski. Leon stops, backhands it, far side corner boards for Justin Rosinski. He gains the puck, battles there with Webb, and Rosinski's down. I think he re-aggravated that wrist. And he's going off slow. Here's Connor Anderson, taken away by Clutton. Now Leach has it. Centering attempt for Talty, but his pass is picked off there by Troy Hurlin. As Rosinski's getting a 10-2 on the Huskies bench. Here's Nick Leon for Nick Remley. And that one almost went and got Mike Raporto again. Good glove save there by Hickey to help his coach out. 9:47 left in the game.
Well, in case you guys missed yesterday's game, Mike Raporto ended up getting the puck in the head.
Took one right off the dome.
Yeah, and he actually said in the interview, like he said, he thought that he might have had a concussion from that because he couldn't remember what age he was when they asked him. But
I don't think he knows what age he is, even if he didn't have a concussion.
Yeah, exactly, right?
Good hit there by Greenberg. Oh, Gazzola went flying. And a good hip check there by Greeny.
Greenberg has had a lot of good hits tonight. He's kind of given the nice hits tonight.
Here's Gazzola for Swiderski up off the boards. Now Harris settles it down. Schwartz backhands it in around for Pickett, taken away by Swiderski. Centering contempt here for Johnson. Big save by Harris. It's a scrum out in front. Where is it? And Harris trying to jump on it. He can't do it. And the puck is in battle for into the left of Hare. He doesn't have a stick. Now Remley gives it to him. Here's Kevin Schwartz. 9 minutes left in the game. 4-2 ISU. And that one's going to go out to neutral ice, and ISU has to regroup. Gazzola spins around to check. He gets it in the Husky zone. But Rizala now dumps it all the way in behind Alex Hare. Taken there by Colarosi, looking for the trailer. It was Luca, but he couldn't get a centering attempt off. Nick Remley, they battle for it. Pickett, Remley, and now it's Carbone that has it. Carbone left point. Now half boards. Taken by Kernbauer. Colarosi looking to center, and he fans on it. Carbone takes it off left half boards. Husky zone. They can't get it out, can the Huskies? A shot coming from from Webb. And it's blocked out by Brian Pickett.
Yeah, it actually hurt Brian Pickett. He's going off the ice now very kind of slow.
Here's Troy Hickey up on the offense, looking for a centering attempt. Took a shot and he went flying as he did it. Bobby Orr style. Now Bach up to the left point for Neds. He can't keep it in. And Colarosi comes out with it. Right point. And there's going to be a penalty coming up on on Northern Illinois. It's going to be a tripping call. And it's going to be a tripping call, I believe, on Troy Hickey. And now he's going to get a game misconduct for that, too. So Hickey's getting a game, and he's done.
Yeah, you could see Troy Hickey was not very happy with that call, and he was jawing at the ref, and they're going to throw him out of the game. Coaches aren't going to like that because he's one of the top defensemen on this team.
It says the first penalty of the third period.
When then we had 11 in the second period.
And Pickett's going to serve it since he's the injured Husky. Looks like he's got some ice on his left wrist. So at 12-16, ISU's going to go on their sixth power play of the night. Face off one. Talty takes a hit from Greenberg. Here's Ambersat, centering attempt picked off by Herlin. Controlled by Swiderski, right face or left half boards. Swiderski sends it in right face-off circle for Ambersat. Ambersat back for Talty. They switch positions. Now Talty in and around behind Alex Hare. Picked off by Remley, and he's going to send it down the length of the ice. 1:34 left in the power play, 7:15 left in the game. Huskies trail 4-2. Here's Swiderski, back for Connor Anderson. He comes out through neutral ice over the Steel logo. Anderson gets the zone. He gets taken down, and another penalty coming up against Northern Illinois. It's going to be a slash. On Troy Herlin, I believe.
No, I think that was on, I think it should be on Greenberg, because that made Tim Talty go down all the way into the boards. You can see that he's going off very slow off the ice.
Let's see who is the one that's going to get it. No one's gone to the bench yet. And it's going to be Greenberg.
Yeah, and I saw him. He kind of either slashed him or tripped him, but it ended up putting Connor Anderson all the way into the boards, and that hurt Connor Anderson there. So now it's going to be a 5-on-3 for 1:17 for a minute and 17 seconds with 7:01 left in this game. So just really not a good job. But it looks like ISU, looks like they're going to have a player in the box as well.
So slash for Greenberg.
So it's still going to be a 5-on-4. So maybe those are
coincidentals.
Coincidental minors.
Not quite sure. I didn't see who the ISU player was.
Yeah, I'm not sure. Maybe he wasn't too happy with the slash, so.
And they're waiting to put the stuff, the times up on the scoreboard. If they don't, it might be. Might be 5-minute majors. Or a 5-minute major, excuse me. And that's the alternate captain. That's Connor Anderson in the penalty box for ISU. So that's the only penalty. You have 5-minute major. So the Huskies still on the penalty kill here. Here's a shot out in front by Johnson. Where's Hare? Hare makes the save butterfly style. No goal, as now we get a little chippy here. Kernbauer and Hare and Herlin. And there's going to be another penalty here. Nick Leon's going to go off the ice.
Again, a lot of dumb penalties here to end the period. We're down 2 goals. You can't be making kind of penalties like this to keep your team down a 5-on-3 or 5-on-4.
Did you see what the call was?
I did not see what it was. And it looks like Troy Herlin might be going off as well. So we're gonna have 4 guys in the penalty box.
Like I said, I did not catch what the penalties were.
I think Herlin's gonna get it for roughing, and he's gonna go off. And Nick Leon, I think, is gonna get it maybe for. Not sure. I think they're trying to figure it out.
Yeah, I
right
think
now.
the rest are just trying to figure out. They got 4 Huskies in the bench.
Yeah.
Or in the penalty box. So at 12 or at 13-17, Leon and Herlin go in the box. So now there's 4 penalties.
Now it's going to be a 5-on-3 for 59 seconds with 6:43 left, and the Huskies are down 4-2 still.
So on the ice right now, it looks like it's Remley, Schwartz, Jausch, and Rosinski. For ISU, it's Leach, Weicha, Kernbauer, Reimel, and who was the other one? Swiderski.
Yeah, and so far I think ISU is 1 for 7 on the power play right now. I'm pretty sure.
1 for 5.
1 for 5.
Yeah,
okay.
now they have a 6, 7, 8, and 9 with the 4 guys in the box. So the ref is trying to explain to the Huskies players in the bench, since they only have spots for 2 penalties up on the board.
So it could be a 5-on-3 for
for
about 4 minutes maybe.
Huskies very undisciplined here now. The Huskies have taken, let me count that up, 11 penalties on their own in this game.
A lot of frustration penalties, a lot of penalties after the whistle, trying to protect your goalie, but you can only protect your goalie so much before you get a penalty. So you can't be taking people down to the ice, and that's what they've been doing.
You just have to be disciplined. Once the whistle blows, I know you want to,
And even Coach Chuck Ronaldo isn't happy with the ref. He's yelling at him right now.
I've never really, to be honest, in 2 years seen Chuck so upset.
I've seen him yell a lot tonight.
Yeah, he is not. All three of them, even Alessi and Raporto.
Yep.
Here's Leach now, left point for Weecha with a shot pad save there by Alex Hare, but they can't get it out. Weecha now left point. Now left half boards in around the corner. Here's Kernbauer. Kernbauer left point for Weecha. Now for Leach. Here's a center attempt for Johnson. He's in, and the net came off its moorings. And the whistle blows. 6:15 left in the game. 4-2 the score.
And you saw Alex there trying to sprawl out for that. And his skate ended up knocking the net off the moorings, luckily, because I could have maybe went right over the top of him.
As they're still trying to figure, Joush is now with Kernbauer.
You can just tell that these players they just do not like each other very much. I mean, there hasn't been a bench clearing brawl like there was last year against Southern Illinois, but.
Well, Chuck is still jawing at the referee.
Now it's going to be Nick Remley in the box. I don't think we have any more room left in that box with that 5 players now.
I think Coach is getting I think Remley's serving the minor.
Yeah, I think maybe it's going to be a misconduct on the coach. I think unsportsmanlike conduct on Coach Ronaldo.
Oh! And Coach Ronaldo just broke a stick over the bench, and he's gone.
And Coach was not happy. He just smacked the stick right
now
over.
Hare's
now Alex
getting tossed too.
Now Hare wants to go after the goalie for ISU's.
So Hickey's gone, Hare's gone, Ronaldo's gone. So now Nick Bonin's got to come in goal for the Huskies. And this has become just absolute madness. Sticks getting broken, water bottle cases being thrown out on the ice. Hare's getting tossed.
Yep.
Boris is getting tossed. Well, I think Boris is done.
Yeah, I think Boris is staying out there.
I don't have any more paper to write all the penalties on.
I know, right? I mean, there's so many penalties you can't. And with this close lead, this isn't good for Bonin because he's coming in cold now. And you got I think 5 guys in the penalty box for NIU. So, I mean, it gives a very little chance for NIU to really do anything left. Because I think they're going to be on the penalty kill for the rest of the game, I'm guessing.
So sparks are flying here. I'll be honest, I mean, I haven't seen anything like this since the Southern Illinois brawl.
But like you said, I've never seen Coach Chuck go off like that. I mean, he smacked the stick over the bench and broke it, and there's players getting thrown out. Alex Hare, Hickey. They're just not happy with these refs tonight.
And Bach's now with Remley gone, Remley's in the box, Hickey's gone. Now Bach has to do the talking with the refs.
Yep.
So right now I would say, oh God, now Maher's going in the bench.
We only have 5 players left on our bench. I mean, I don't think that they can fit any more people in the penalty box. I swear.
Dan's gonna zoom in on the penalty box, and you got like 6 guys
I
in
swear.
there.
And you only have I think 6 guys on your own bench.
And now you got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 plus Johnny on the bench. 3 out on the ice with Bonin in goal.
It's just like you said, this is just madness right now. These refs are just like throwing everybody out, throwing all our guys in the bench.
I've never seen anything like this. This is absolute craziness. Don't think I'm going to talk to Coach Chuck tomorrow.
Yeah,
or you. I don't think. You can talk to Alessi tomorrow.
I think I'll talk to Alessi tomorrow because Coach Chuck is probably not going to want an interview after that. After this madness.
Who knows? He might not even be. I wonder if. I mean, he might be able to be DQ'd too.
He might get DQ'd for tomorrow. Yeah, you might be right. And you wonder, since Hickey and all these other players got thrown out, you wonder if they're going to get to play tomorrow. Let's hope.
So it's going to be a 5-on-3 now. And the puck comes out to New. We're finally underway here in the last 6 minutes of the period. Huskies down 4-2. Nick Bonin is now in goal. Boris, Chuck, Hickey, and Hare right in front of us on the glass cheering their team on. Boris is still giving it to him. Here's Leach now, right point. Here's a shot by Reimel. Good save by Bonin. 1 penalty's over and they score. It's to be Leach with the goal. So Leon comes out of the box. He's still got 4 guys in there.
I think it's still going to be a 5-on-3. Like I said, I think we're going to be on the penalty kill for the rest of the game. I'm pretty sure. And you see that Coach is trying to figure that out right now, Coach Raporto.
He's trying to figure out
how many penalties they actually have.
Yeah, that's the $1 million. There's another one up on the board.
Yep. Alex Hare's now going to, like I said, I think it's going to be a 5-on-3 for the rest of the game.
Or a 5-on-4,
or at least
maybe?
a 5-on-4.
Yeah.
And Nick Leon's now getting thrown out of the game. I think we've had, 4 players thrown out and Coach Ronaldo thrown out.
Here's Tim Talty. Huskies now down 5-3. Here's Swiderski out through neutral ice. He stops, gives it up for Carbone. Carbone's centering attempt, couldn't find it, was Ambersat. So it's Coletta, Rosinski, and Skamek out on the penalty kill. Here's Tim Talty, winds up, fires, and it gets blocked out in front, up over the crossbar. Talty now down for Swiderski, takes a shot, good save there by Nick Bonney. To come and make another save. He went post to post. It's 5:09 left in the game, and the Huskies are down to 6 guys on the bench and 3 on the ice.
It really is amazing to me how many people are in that penalty box. I don't know how they are fitting all those people in there because there's, I think,
it's like sardines.
There's still like 5 in there, and then there's only 6 on the bench and 3 out on the ice, like you said.
Here's Swiderski now, right point. Now down for Talty, left point. He's now at the high slot, trying to go far side corner boards for Ambersat. He gets the puck. Here's the captain for ISU. Comes out high slot, takes a shot, and it just goes wide on the blocker side of Nick Bonin. Now Ambersat for Talty. Here's Swiderski, back for Talty at the point. Going down low for Ambersat, good stick there. Here's Tim Talty now, far side for Swiderski. Now right point for Talty. Talty dances with the puck. Now left side face-off circle, down low for Rizala. His shot goes up over the glass, or up over the crossbar on the glass. Talty Swiderski scores. So now Greenberg's out of the box.
Yeah, and you can't expect a Cole goaltender Bonin to come in with only 6 minutes left in the game and expect him to make a 5-on. When you're down 5-on-3, I mean, it's almost impossible for a Cole goaltender to do anything. I think it's still going to be a 5-on-3 for NIU.
Yep. Still got 2 penalties up. Harris is on there. The bench minor for Chuck is up there. Face-off won by Johnson. Johnson has the puck. Left face-off circle. Now cross-ice pass finds Reimel. Reimel cross-ice pass left point now for Weicha. Weicha back right point for Leach. Now they play catch at the point. Weecha down below for Johnson. Back for Weecha. Nice block there by Nedzila. Right point for Leach. Now down low for Johnson. They score again. There's Reimel back door. And Reimel makes it 7-2. I didn't see who came out of the box that time.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I think it was Pickett that came out of the box that time, and now he's going to go to the face-off circle.
So Remley's now out of the box. Now there's only one penalty left on the board.
Yep.
But there's still two guys in the box.
And it looks like it's going to finally be a 5-on-4 after three 5-on-3s. Nope.
5-on-5.
Okay.
I think.
No, I think.
Yeah, I was going to say, it still should be a 5-on-4.
That's what I thought. Okay. And NIU's lost so many players, they're trying to figure out who's going to
take the face-off.
Who's going to take the face-off and who's going to be out there.
Here's Brian Pounds. He has it taken away by that's 39 Kurok. Takes a shot by Masidi, and it goes up off the crossbar. Here's Ozen down for Masidi. He takes a shot blocked out in front. 3:30 left in the game. Huskies down 7-2. Now Rosenberg for Trent Webb. Webb out through center ice. He's at the right point. Takes a hit from Coletta. 30 left on the bench miter to Chuck Ronaldo. There's a shot by Rosenberg, and Bonin makes a nice save. Here's Coletta, and he gets it out to neutral ice where Rosenberg can control. It's going to be offsides, but they touch up. Coletta backhands it around for Pickett. Pickett now has it. 10 seconds up off the boards off Pounds' back. Here's Mark Greenberg now. Mark Greenberg around Swiderski. Center attempt for Pounds. And now both teams are at full strength, but Maher still serving the 5-minute major in the penalty box for the Huskies. So 5-on-5 now, 2:35 left in the game. Huskies trail 7-2. Here's Gorzica now battling. Far side left half boards. Now Pounds, and Joush is down there too. And Pickett. Excuse me, no Joush, that's Pickett. And that's going to be offsides call, or icing is waved off, excuse me, as Reimel takes control, or Leach for Kalasari. Kernbauer gets it in on Bonin. He's going to cover up the puck. And now Kernbauer and Coletta go at it.
Kernbauer's been getting into a lot with players on NIU.
I think that's
one of
the
players'
parents.
Yeah, they're just trying to say,
let them go.
Yeah, let them go. Don't get any more penalties tonight.
Just let them go. 2:02 left in the game. Hare, Boris, Leon, Ronaldo have all been tossed. And now the Huskies are down 7-2 with a good save there by Bonnet from a shot from the point by Rizala. Here's another shot from Rizala, and actually got tipped out in front, and Bonnet had to be careful. It actually went wide. Here's Justin Rosinski now. And the neutral ice finds Nick Remley. He gets it in now left side half boards in the Redbird zone. Remley's got it. And he gives it over for Rosinski. And he gets taken off, and now Carbone controls. Vinny Carbone from Trent Webb. Bach takes it away, but Webb regains possession. 1:20 left in the game, 7-2 ISU. Here's a shot by Webb. Good save there by Bonin. And the puck comes out to center ice. Here's Rizala. He turns away, gives it to Reimel. That's Jordan Leach. Leach with some speed in the right face-off circle now. Bothered there by short center attempt, broken up nicely by Pounds. And there's going to be another penalty, a slashing call here. Not sure who it's on.
I think that's going to be, I would say, about the 15th penalty of tonight.
I
Maybe
mean,
the 20th.
I had 13 up to the Hurlin call. And you had 4 guys tossed. Now Pickett's gone. Greenberg's in the penalty box now again. And these guys have to really find something.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not a hockey coach. I'm not a professional, hockey guy really, but they need to find something deep to just get through tomorrow's game and prep for Iowa the next week.
Well, I mean, really, they just need to get some discipline. I mean, just the discipline right now is not good right now.
Yeah. Discipline's not good. You have Coach Ronaldo.
He's trying to tell, Greenberg was not happy with the call, and he's trying to tell Greenberg to calm down because they're going to throw you out if you say anything back to him right now.
Yep, as a shot comes from the left point from Ambersat. Now controlled by Kurok, and the puck finds its way out to neutral ice. 35 seconds left in the game. Huskies down 7-2. Nothing but penalties and ejections in this one, folks. Huskies are going to fall to ISU, and now they're going to be 7 points out of the Maca Gold Conference lead. They're still in second place, I have not seen what Missouri State has done in the last few weeks in regards to Maca Gold play.
Yep.
And that's going to do it. 4 seconds left here. Maher takes Weecha down, and that's going to do it. Horn is going to blow. I would not be surprised if the refs just told the players to go off the ice.
Yeah.
Because you still have guys like Jausch and Kalata and Skameka that want to mix it up.
Yep.
And I think that's what they're going to do. I think Northern's going to go off the ice first. Or they are going to shake hands. So NIU loses 7-2 to ISU in a very undisciplined game for mostly Northern Illinois on both the coach's side and the player's side. Bonin had to come in for Hare, who got tossed.
Yep.
Hare got tossed, Ronaldo got tossed, Leon, Pickett, Boris,
Hickey.
So 6 ejections.
Yep. 5 players, 1 coach. Just a lot of undiscipline from Northern Illinois tonight.
Yeah.
And you just got to hope that they come out tomorrow and play much better and be more disciplined. That's going to be the big thing tomorrow. Try to be more disciplined. Don't let the other team get the best of you. Try to stay within yourselves. Don't get too mad at the other team like they did tonight.
Well, the Huskies fall to 8-8-2 on the season. They'll be back in action tomorrow as they take on number 12 ranked Robert Morris University at the Edge Ice Arena, the West Rink where we are tonight. Tomorrow's game will be at 5 o'clock. Duffy and I will be on the call for that. Not much really we can say the post-game show, just a very undisciplined game.
Just hope we have a better game tomorrow. You got to think that we hope that they don't DQ everybody that they threw out of the game tonight, because I think we'd only have about 12 players left if they did that. But
and I'll try to talk to Coach Alessi or Coach Raporto and see what the rulings are for that, and we'll have all that information tomorrow on the pregame show. So for Stephen Duffy, Dan Sanchez, I'm Marcus Grossing saying so long from the Edge Ice Arena in Bentonville. Huskies fall 7-2 to Illinois State.